Yan. Good morning, everyone. Andito ka naman eh. Doon ka muna. On the part of the Committee on Ways and Means, this meeting is hereby called to order.
On the part of the Senior Citizens Committee, the meeting is hereby called to order.
On the part of the PWD, the meeting is hereby called to order.
May I call Congressman Ordanes to lead us in prayer before he goes? No joke lang. Di man tumatayo dito.
Let us all rise. Heavenly Father, in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Heavenly Father, we come to you today, asking for your guidance, wisdom, and support as we begin this meeting. Help us engage in meaningful discussions, us to grow closer as a group and nurture the bonds of community. Fill us with your grace, Lord God, as we make decisions that might affect this nation. And continue to remind us that all that we do here today, all that we accomplish is for the pursuit of truth, for the greater glory of you, and for the service of humanity. We ask these things in your name. Amen.
Thank you. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. I would like to recognize, of course, Congressman Ongpong Ordanes, Congressman Palma, Congresswoman Roque, Congressman Palma. Ikaw na lang. Move lang.
I move to dispense for the following.
Are there any objections? Hearing none. So this is a continuation of the joint meeting with the Committee on Ways and Means, Senior Citizens, and Special Committee on Persons with Disability. COMSEC, please read the title of the inquiry.
Thank you, sir, your honors. Motu proprio inquiry in aid of legislation into the implementation gaps regarding RA 7277 as amended and RA 7423 as amended, and policies that provide discounts, incentives, and tax exemptions for persons with disabilities and senior citizens. Sir, your honors.
Thank you. So we're in receipt of many documents now. First from document from the SWD with 300 with 777 items, mainly concerns on benefits and social pension, most of which were replied with via email. The SWD, where are you? Mamaya. Ikaw ba nag-submit ito? Can you?
We are from the SWD.
Yeah, who submitted these 777 concerns?
Yes, sir.
So what is replied with email means they're happy?
For now, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So he's assisting you?
Miss.
Daisy Caber po.
Okay.
From the
Is he employed by, is a responsible officer of the SWD?
From the legal po.
Legal. Wow, that's
Tama,
nice.
Yes, sir. Hindi. From the legislative lesson.
Thank you. Congratulations to the SWD. We are also in receipt of a file with 343 complaints. Kanino to galing? Also from the SWD? Kanino to galing?
Yes, sir.
Also from the SWD?
Yes, sir.
So mostly provided with technical assistance. Ano
Yeah.
ibig sabihin? Binigyan ng pera?
Kindly. What, sir?
It says remarks, provided technical assistance.
Sir, sir, for that, it was for referral to the DSWD for assistance for our
May I
programs.
recognize Congressman from Albay, Congressman Luis Gutierrez. Thank you. Yes, sir.
Ano ba? That refers to referral to our program, sir.
Programs mean to say email.
It I think it's a referral, sir. We'll check on our records on regarding that, sir.
Bartap not sure ka? Are you about Bartap not sure?
No, sir.
Just to put. O nakapasa nga siya. Ayan. Alright. So we've disposed of two large documents. Now we start with another document. There's another document which will form part of our total. Ang dami, kapal ng report nito. 343. Mainly concerns on discounts rather than SOCPEN. Complaints against neighbor. Who handled this? Kayo. Number. Sorry,
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
if I may, I think it came from NCSE.
This one came from you.
NCSE, yes.
So how did you solve this complaint against neighbor?
These are sent to primarily to the OSCAs first. Because under RA 9994, OSCA has this
Capacity
for the senior citizens, sir.
to arbitration for
For
ADR.
mediation, sir.
Is it called ADR? Alternative Dispute Resolution?
Part of the our mandate is to enforce the law, so we send this to OSCA for their resolution first, sir.
Since ikaw mag-chairman ito, may TWG, I think you better take note na the alternative dispute resolution should be enshrined in the way we handle all these concerns. Okay? Tama
Yes,
ba?
sir. We will. Actually, our chair is also um, uh, sponsoring or looking at the constructive dialogue among the local government.
It's the same word. It's okay. O, constructive dialogue ang gusto niya. Okay. So,
And then yung later, yung earlier, sir, kanina, the 343 list also came from the NCSE po.
okay. So,
Yes, sir.
pakilagay nga na NSS ito. Ang dami-dami. Okay. Siguro ang report namin magiging ganito. NCSC. Okay, this one, this 5,711 comes from DSWD, no?
The 5,711 came from NCSE also, sir. It
Because-
is broken down into as follows: inquiries, complaints related to SOCPEN, etc., and the online registration of the NCSE, sir. As what the honorable chair and the committee requested last meeting, sir.
Okay. So wala naman dito. So most of them were acted upon.
Sir, actually, most of them are
Acted upon.
acted upon.
Yes. So 4,326 out of 5,711 were disposed.
Yes, sir, these are related to the online registration, and we already acted upon on those inquiries and clarifications, sir.
Okay. So we have a new set of problems. Also from you, no? So, pero na-solve to, no? Food Panda, Zomato, Grab, SMC Hub. Ano ba SMC Hub? Lala Food, Mangan, Delivery Guy, Metromart. Isa lang ang nagreklamo. Oh. Lahat. Inaway niya. Philippine Airlines, I think we already have a very, may I recognize the prosperous District of Bulacan, Congressman Ambrosio Cruz Jr., soon to be part of Albay. Andox, we Andox, I think we've taken care of that. Tinuhog ni Benny. Ano yun? Ano to meaning, sir, ng tinuhog ni Benny?
Sir, yung mga fishball po yan, yung mga on
Are,
site news.
are they under the law?
Sir, under the law, as under establishments under 100,000 pesos and below are not covered by the RA 9994 if they are considered as such, sir.
So ito mukhang hindi naman.
Yes, sir. If you may po, yung sa remarks po namin, once po na we were able to, our legal officer were able to send them a copy of the DAO or the Joint DTI and DA Administrative Order number 1, series of 2010, they were enlightened about the matter. So, yung mga, some of these po are already addressed.
Ang haba ng sagot mo, ha? Okay. Nature Spring, Angel's Pizza, are they required? They are a big chain, but they are individually, they are franchisee. So do they fall under the 100,000?
If their capitalization is above 100, they are covered, but below, not po. They're not covered.
So the franchisee, so we better put that under the new law, that the franchisee should have 100,000 less, and there should be somebody who will make sure that they are under 100,000. Okay. Malahatpat.
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
if I may also clarify, yung tinuhog po ni Benny, meron din po silang restaurant. So, yung restaurant na
Almaca.
franchise nila, ano po siya, covered by RA 999 po.
So ano nangyari? Nagbigay siya ng 20% discount.
Check. Metro Manila lang nakalagay. We'll check po the exact location po nung
That's
restaurant po
okay.
nila, sir.
Malahatpat. Okay na submit na hindi nyo. MetLife branch. Ano yung MetLife? Saan ba yan?
Sa may ano sir, sa may
Post office?
Manila Bay, sa may Manila Bay.
So no action here. Baka pinapaya ko lang sila tapos so wala.
Sir, pardon, anong page po, sir?
Oy, page 2 pa lang ako, ha.
Live.
Wala. Ito na naman si Miss destroy the booklet. Wala.
Sir, we will look at the ano po, yung details po nito.
Okay, the barber shop, Greenwoods, Executive Village. LD address complainants' concerns via email. May I recognize the beautiful Stella Luz Kimbo. barber shop.
Uh, Honorable Chair, if I
Yeah.
may, we put remarks on the list that we gave the committee.
Yes.
And there, we put there our legal division address the complaints via email. So with this,
So after that, it's gone.
they haven't
May I recognize
we usually our legal department legal officer usually put in our letter that they are encouraged to officially put on record or official complaint via affidavit their complaint so that we can help them in the process.
May I recognize Congresswoman Mila Aquino Magsaysay of the United Senior Citizens Party List. Pati barbershop, pwede ba yun? Magkano ba barbershop? Maglilimit ba tayo nito? Magkano malimit? 200 pesos? Ang subject to discount?
Sir, it depends on the establishment, sir. If it is 100,000 below, it is not covered by RA 9994.
So, kahit 10 piso na lang, may 20% pa lang.
If
Are you suggesting,
is-
wouldn't it be practical na pag less than something, wag na nating anuin? Mandami-dami na nga bullying na are you suggesting? Or Danis, would you consider na if the unit price is less than 200 pesos, then wala ng 20%? O
I think pwede natin
let's consider that.
ano sa that way. Let us
Ikaw,
consider.
tingin mo. Pag ang unit price ang liit-liit. Oo. Yes, barber shop.
Barbershop.
$200, I think. I pay 200 eh. But it's not in the law, huh? Kasi we're trying to formulate a new law already. Yeah. Robinson Guagua, Primark Guagua. South Star, okay na yan. Grab, okay na yan. Landers Superstore. Is Landers around? Para you can go. You don't have to come back. Oh, then we have to invite you. Andox Cavite, pumunta mismo may-ari. Diamond Supermarket. Uy, dami namin imbitahan. Save More Supermarket, Park Mall, Cebu City. Nako, tayo ba magbabayad ng ano nito? Aeroplano? Baka may opisina sa Manila, hanapin mo. Malones Pharmacy. Tokyo, okay na to, pumunta. Mercury Drug, pumunta. Robinson's Supermarket, pumunta, no? Yes, I think they did. Because they own this already. They own South Star. They did. Mercury Drug, okay. Supermarkets in SM, Walter Mart, Super 8, Shopwise. Ang dami naman nireklamo nito. Kaaway niya ang mundo. Mercury Drugstore. Okay na to. Oy, hindi ko ititigilan hanggat ano, ha? Pag-ibig Fund. Ano nangyari dito? NCSC?
Sir, we'll get the documents, but this concern was already endorsed to Pag-ibig Fund, sir. Sir, if I may, before proceeding with the reading of all these establishments, it is exactly our point previously that
Tingnan mo naman, lahat sinasabi ko na sumagot na sila, nalumusot na sila. Ayaw
Yes,
ko
sir.
niyan.
they
Bakit?
already responded, sir.
Precisely, did
Yes, sir.
Pag-ibig Fund respond?
This was endorsed to Pag-ibig. That's the last documentation
I
we have.
throw an arrow to the air, it fell to earth, I know not where. Yung bang sagot mo?
We will update you, sir, on the developments of
Okay lang yan. San Pedro Litzon. Addressed. FCB Healthcare Drugstore, Manuel Banson, Balanga City, Bataan. Endorsed complaint. Malones, uy, Malones na naman. Red Ribbon. Pumunta ba dito, Red Ribbon? Pumunta na. Nag-explain na siya. Alright, konti na lang oh. Paredes Medical Center and Hospital. Ano ba ginangyari dito? You address the complaints concern via email. Continuous engagement to complainant with LD. Ano to?
They are still being addressed by our legal officer, sir.
Ano nangyari dito? Yung hospital ba dapat magbigay ng 20% discount?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Libre ba sila sa BAT? Di ba libre natin sa BAT yan mga yan?
Medical, sir.
During the bayanihan. Hindi nga, pero we exempted them for perpetually, including the schools. Retroactive pa nga eh. Hindi, oh. Basahin mo yung batas. Apartment 2452. Buti wala itong pangalan. Ano nangyari dito? May discount ba ang apartment? NCSC? May malapit na tayo matapos oh. May, sabihin mo lang kung wala o meron.
Sir, I'm just waiting for our legal officer, sir. He's just in the parking area, sir.
O,
He's the one who handled
May
this.
DSWD. Libre, may discount ba ang ano? Apartment?
As far as we know, sir, they are not giving discounts because discounts for senior citizens are for basic needs lang, for foods and other stuffs.
So it's not in the law.
Yes, sir, we'll check on that.
Not in the law ba? Hanapin mo nga rental. Oh, it's not in the law.
It's only for utilities, sir.
For?
Utilities, Your Honor.
Hindi oh. Gusto ko mabuhay kayo hanggang 120. SM Supermarket, pumunta na dito. Grab Food, pumunta. KFC, pumunta. May I recognize Congressman Dale V. Corvera of the 2nd District of Agusan del Norte. Thank you very much, sir. Hay, hanggat hindi pupunta dito Jollibee tsaka McDonald's, hindi tayo matatapos. Grab Food, SM Supermart, pumunta. Cristela Restaurant, naayos ba to? Wag na, Anonymous ang nag-complaint. TGP General. Akala mo, basta-basta na lang to. Pananagutin ko kayo. I was the first chairman of oversight. I will go through this line by line and I'm telling you, I will not stop. If you think you just submitted the paper, you didn't. You submitted an existential concern. Sige. McDonald, hindi pa pumupunta. Cristetam. O itong McDonald, padala mo na to ng subpoena.
Your Honor would like to respectfully make a manifestation.
Are you McDonald's?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, but I would have asked for a subpoena. Anyway, now, yes, sir. Do you give discounts?
Well, first of all, Your Honor, good morning. And on behalf of our President and CEO, Mr. Kenneth Yang, and our Managing Director, Ms. Margo Torres, we'd like to thank you for inviting us to be resource persons. in this committee. Unfortunately, they are abroad, so they sent us. I'm Attorney Choi. I'm the Public Affairs Manager, and we also have our channels. In charge with our marketing channels, Mr. Ronald Manzo. And as for your first question, Your Honor, Sir Ron, I'd like to submit to my colleague on the computation.
Good
Yes,
morning, Your
sir.
Honor. Hello. Hello.
Yeah.
Can you hear me? All right. Good morning, everyone. So, since 2010, McDonald's is compliant in terms of SED PWD. So, in terms of computation, for the meals, no, different permutation, but for a basic meal, like a cheeseburger meal, we divide we less the 12% and less the 20% in terms of the
So
discount.
your usual one
Yes.
divided by 1.12 times 0.2.
Yes.
You divide that entire bill by the number of senior citizen
Yes. So dependent on the number of IDs submitted
equally.
per meal, yes.
But wala pa kayong McDonald's sa Pulangi, Albay.
We will soon, sir.
Kailan yun?
Pulangi Alba. Yeah. It's part of the pipeline. Sir.
Ayoko. Pakisagot nga.
We'll get back to you on that, sir.
Ano no?
We'll get back to you on that, sir. Specifically in terms of pipeline. Yeah.
Mabuti naman. So ito mga McDonald, okay na. So nagbibigay sila. Okay Dan, tingnan mo. Oh. Ang dali-dali lang. McDonald, puro McDonald. Eastwood Mill Mall Parking.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
sir, good morning, sir. Attorney Raul Academia from Jollibee Foods Corporation. You mentioned Jollibee a while ago. So,
Yes.
yes, sir. Sir, in behalf of the company and our President and Chief Executive Officer, Mr. Ernesto Tanmantiong, thank you very much for inviting us for today's hearing. Sir, Jollibee, as a policy, we also provide discounts to senior citizens and PWDs. In 2023, I believe we had hundreds of thousands of transactions over 3,000 stores nationwide of different brands. And
Ibig sabihin, mas marami kayo kaysa McDo.
hindi naman po, sir. And for 2023, I think we only had a little over 500 in complaints in terms of SCs and PWD discounts. So in ratio-wise,
So
we are
yung
very high
discounts,
compliant.
so yung concerns were addressed.
So the concerns were addressed and are being addressed, and a lot of them actually pertain to queries in relation to how we arrive at the discounts in favor of SCs and PWDs.
Why did you put that there?
Parang pong put it where, sir?
200 divided. Ano ba to?
Actually, we similar to McDonald's process, we divide the transaction amount by 1.112 to arrive at a transaction.
No, you divide it
amount.
first by the number of senior citizen.
Sir, sa amin, we divide it first, correct, by the number of persons in the group.
Yes.
And then the transaction value per person, we obtain we divided by 1.112 to arrive at the transaction value per person net of VAT.
Okay.
And then from that figure, we also multiply that by 0.2 to determine the appropriate discount for SCs and for VATs.
Okay.
And then that sum, the VAT deductible and the SC or PWD deductible, that is applied on a per beneficiary basis, which the total amount of which is subtracted from the transaction amount of the group, sir.
Nandun mo yun sa pindutan. Wala.
Nandun po sa POS machine, sir.
Nasa POS. Kayo nasa POS din.
Yes, Your Honor. Can
You
be found in our
want us-
POS machines as well.
Sige na.
How do you determine the number of customers per order?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much for the question, Congresswoman. For dine-in, it's easily verifiable. Because the cashier or the people at the store can determine the number of persons, which will be the denominator in terms of computing the transaction value per person.
So, sorry, usually it's just one person who makes the order on behalf of a group, right?
Yes, ma'am. Pero sa table, but over at the table, the waiters can count it. So you know actually the number of persons who will be partaking or sharing the group meal.
No,
Now,
But
however,
you do the transaction while ordering, right?
yes, ma'am.
Oh, nga eh. So, but
But-
then the waiter does the counting after the transaction?
Ma'am, when the bill is paid, actually. So in between in between commencing consuming the food and before paying the bill, the people in the store can actually determine the number of consumers per order.
Kasi Mr. Chair, if I may,
Yeah, please.
pag order mo, walang pakialam yung waiter. Even for the chair, for the tables, wala sila. Hanap ka. So, ang ginagawa, bayad ka muna, saka ka makakuha. Yes. That's not true, attorney.
Sir, if I may, pagbayad po, tatanong din naman po kung ilan yung kakain eh. So, nakukuha po nila.
Kung gusto mo, sir, kakain tayo ngayon. Ako maglibre sa'yo.
Uy, wag naman. We're here to
Sir,
solve this.
Sir,
That's not, I'm sorry, Mr. Chair, but I'm just telling what is happening on the ground. Wala hong ginagawa yung cashier to ask questions kung ilan kayo. Especially if nakapila ang mataas yung pila.
Mr.
Anyway.
Chair, tama po yun.
Yes, ikaw.
Yes,
So,
I mean,
we can
Ma'am, may I proceed?
yes, madalas po akong umorder sa McDonald's at Jollibee. So I know exactly how the transaction works and I was never asked. It's not a routine question. So kaya ko tinatanong, binibilang niyo ba yung drinks? Kasi hindi ako nag-order ng drink. I mean,
Okay.
so kaya ko tinatanong, paano niyo din-determine?
Ma'am, it depends po. If the channel is, if the consumption is off-premise, meaning
Hindi, doon muna tayo sa usual. Kasi fast food yun di ba? So, pupunta ka sa counter, mag-order ka, magbabayad ka, saka mo kukunin yung order mo, saka ka maghahanap ng mesa, uupo ka, kakain ka. At never ka pakikialaman ng server, hindi po ba? In fact, ikaw nga mismo magtatapon ng sarili mong pinagkainan. That's the usual fast food experience na alam ko. So, hindi ko po alam yung sinasabi ninyo na may pupuntang waiter at bibilangin po ang tao na nandun sa mesa. So, ewan ko po, attorney, kung kayo po ay nakakain na sa sarili ninyong restaurant, fast food.
Grabe ka naman. Ibig sabihin, sa McDo siya
Kasi
kumain.
dati parang nasa ibang corporation si Attorney Raul, di ba? Baka bago siya sa Jollibee.
Ba't ka ba tanong natin sa Jollibee? Mas masarap ba ang Chicken Joy kaysa Chicken McDo?
McDo
Oo.
kasi ako
Mukhang
loyalist
pinapaboran
ako.
mo, kaya
No, hindi. Pero regardless, it's a
pinipeste mo.
question that we will also ask McDonald's.
No, let's give him a chance.
Not me first.
You can freely answer without anybody batting out. So what happens?
Sir, the number of people who would consume the group meal is actually determined also by ma'am. I would there
Change your answer.
may be some nuances in terms of validating, but in terms of dine-in, the number of the transaction value per person is actually determined.
Mr. Chair, simple lang ang tanong ko. Meron po bang routine na tanong? Kasi sa pagkakaalam ko, sa dalas kong pagpunta sa Jollibee McDonald's, walang routine na tanong Ilan po ba ang customer?
Tingnan mo,
Meron po bang
nagtingin na
senior?
yung dalawa.
May senior po ba? May routine? Diba? Yun naman dapat ang tanong. May senior po ba? At kung meron, ilan po ba ang customer? That will not take more than 20 seconds, di ba?
I think
Your Honor.
Chicken Joy needs help from Chicken McDo. Dali na.
Your Honor, I think the protocol with regard to that, as per our operations, it would be the number of meals ordered because per meal or per item has a corresponding serving size.
But there's such a thing as a la carte. Kasi
Yes.
you have a choice, a la carte or meal. So,
Talagang
Just
alam
to
na
us.
alam mo, ha?
of course.
Drive-through girl ka, ha?
Your Honor, my colleague from McDonald's would like to take the.
Yeah, for a la carte orders, we follow the JMC protocol wherein we can identify the main entry, side dish, the
Sorry,
that's a
I mean,
So
you're
we get
trying to
different
confuse
from-
us. We're just asking for the general rule.
Yes. So for a la carte orders, the general rule is to give
Okay,
this.
balik tayo dun sa tanong.
Yes.
Yes or no lang po. Ano po yung routine to determine kung nag-a-avail po ba ang customer ng senior citizen discount? And if yes, paano nyo po nalalaman yung number of customers? Kasi dun sa formula, importanteng malaman yung number of customers sa bawat order.
Agree. Depende po sa permutations nga po, iba-iba rin po, no? Kung malaki yung
Can you use the mic, sir?
different permutations kasi different scenario, meaning if how many persons will order and present the ID. So ganun po siya, no? If it's a group meal, like for example, they ordered for a 6-piece McShare, and one ID is only presented. Since the 6-piece McShare is good for 3, we divided it by 3 and then give the discount to one ID presented. So basically, it depends on how many IDs presented as well.
Yun.
Senior ka na ba?
Naman. So in short, so if I order and I present 3 IDs,
Lagi
the
naman.
assumption is
Ano yung ba masama?
there are 3 seniors in my group and there are only 3 total customers in my group. 100%. Ganon?
Yes.
So ang denominator 3 kaagad.
The
So
percentage,
kahit na 6 talaga kami sa group,
but
so
there's only
dapat-
3 IDs presented.
Oo.
It will be
so
given
ang
discount to the 3
denominator is
persons.
3, hindi 6.
Yes.
Kasi di ba usually, so ganon.
Yes. So the ID presented, which entails to provide them the discount. So we give discounts to the 3 persons of the 6 group.
Okay.
Okay. So
May I first recognize one of the brighter stars of Congress in the next
Mr. Chair, sorry may we ask Jollibee if they do the same
I
thing?
just recognize Congresswoman Isabel Maria Zamora of San Juan City. Jollibee, please answer,
Yeah.
Stella.
Sir, we're validating right now the exact process with your indulgence, Mr. Chairman and Congresswoman Timbo. And then as soon as we're able to validate how we actually determine the number of persons, we will revert immediately during the hearing.
Oh,
Sir, is there any other
Does
question?
that satisfy
Mr.
you?
Chair.
Mr. Donaldo Boo and Mr. Ronald Yambao. From DTI, we have Director Marcus Valdez. From DOH, we have from the Department of Health, Director Herna Manatad. From DSWD, we have Miss Daisy May Caber and Attorney Mark Anthony McLean. They say he is the first blind lawyer. Congratulations po. From DOLE, we have Miss Jazz Sumalinog. From DPWH, we have Attorney John Alexander Valderol. From DICT, we have Mr. Ricky Hernandez and also Engineer MC Neil Adan. From MMDA, we have Chairperson Attorney Joseph Salud himself. Good morning, sir. From the National Commission of Senior Citizens, we have Acting Executive Director Emmanuel Daes. From National Council on Disability Affairs, we have Attorney Rizal Ramos. From Persons with Disability Affairs Office of Quezon City, we have Miss Deborah Dacanay. From PhilHealth, we have Vice President Dr. Bernadette Lico. From the Drugstore Association of the Philippines, we have President Vicente Briones. From Philippine Retailers Association, we have President Roberto Claudio. From PRA, we also have Director Attorney Paul Santos. From Jollibee Foods Corporation, we have Attorney Raul Academia. From Golden Arches Development Corporation or McDonald's, we have Mr. Ronaldo Manso Jr. and Attorney Jose Gabriel Petrache. From Angkas, we have Attorney Carlo Hauro Castro. From Anytime Fitness, we have Senior Vice President Mary Ann Constantino. From Rustans, we have Miss Joanne Copua. From Philippine Amalgamated Supermarkets Association, we have President Stephen Coa. Sir, your honors. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So with that, I think alam mo, ayaw ko naman sayangin yung mga oras nyo. The chair actually discharges Jollibee and McDonald's
Chair,
so they
are
can
you going
go.
to discharge them now?
Yeah. because they have work to do.
But Attorney Raul has not answered.
There's a promise they will write in writing.
But Mr. Chair, before they leave,
Okay, you can interrogate him.
Ma'am, we're in the process of validating with the office for dine-in transactions. What is the exact mode by which we are able to validate the number of consumers who will be partaking of a group meal? And then we will revert during the hearing or after the hearing in writing as to the
So you
process of
stay?
as to
Can
the
you
pro-
stay?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
just
Yes.
2 points, Mr. Chair.
Kasi we usually let them go para they can do their job.
Just 2 points lang po. Kasi Mr. Chair, it's very unlikely that the senior will be the one to order. Kasi sa fast food,
Magdadaya tayo.
hindi po. Usually, yung batang kasama ng senior ang mag-order at pipila. So sana naman po, merong routine na yung may senior po ba nakasama? And then,
Yung
if,
ID nga daw ginagamit nila.
hindi, I mean kasi para malaman kung mag-a-avail at kung ilan para kumbaga ma-facilitate yung pag-avail. Yun lang po. Or maybe there's a sign sa harap na kung may senior, i-prepare na yung ID para mabilis yung transaction. And at the same time, number 2, sa tingin ko, dun sa sabi ng formula sa atin na i-divide by the number of total customers in the group, parang hindi rin naman yata tama na yung number of IDs. Kasi kung let's say 10 kayo sa group, tapos isa lang yung senior, parang hindi rin naman yata tama yung pag-implement nung sinasabi ng McDonald's, di ba?
Pakisagot nga, Mac.
Di ba? So, siguro kinakabahan kayo, pero
No,
di ba? Kasi di ba, malulugi kayo naman. At baka ma-abuse din itong sistema natin, di ba? So, sana, ang sa amin lang is, para sa seniors, ma-facilitate ang pag-avail, but at the same time, ayusin ninyo ang pag-implement. Yun lang naman di ba? Para fair sa lahat.
Yes, Macdo. Pero di hamak na masarap ang McFlurry.
yeah, since only one ID is presented out of the 10 people, we only provide discount to that one person that presented the ID.
1 divided by 10. Hindi yung sinasabi ninyo kanina na 1 divided by 1. Yun ang pagkasabi ninyo kanina di ba? So that's why ang tanong ko is kailangan ninyong malaman kung ilan yung total number. Sa ngayon, hindi nga maliwanag kung paano nyo binibilang yung total number of customers sa group. In other words, hindi maayos, Mr. Chair, unfortunately, ang pag-i-implement ng pag-avail ng senior discounts. Pasensya na po, but that's how I view it.
As shared, there are different permutations like depending on the situation we're in. If it's a separate meal per the 10 persons, so we give discount to the specific meal of the senior citizen. But if the permutation is a group meal,
Mr. Chair, just let us know kung ano yung assumption doon. So kung bibilangan nyo ba yung, as I said, it could be we assume that the number of drinks is a proxy for the number of people. I mean, it could be as simple as that, but at least if you tell us that there's an attempt to count the number of people in the group and there's an attempt to count the number of seniors in the group, at the very least, kumbaga, at least na-assure kami na merong effort sa pagpapa-implement nitong batas natin. Pero kung ganyan ang pagsagot ninyo, kinakabahan kami na baka wala. So yun lang po. Kaya sana po, ayusin niyo po sana ang pagsasagot ninyo at sana po ibalik niyo na po ang matcha flurry.
Ano sinabi mo?
Sarap kasi yung matcha flurry.
Totoo naman eh.
Ibalik niyo
yung
ang twister fries.
Chicken fillet, di ba? Oo, masarap din. May McDo app only recognizes one PWD or one SC. Please call NCDA. May issue daw sa McDo.
Good morning, Mr. Chair. Good morning, honorable representatives. So I would like to take this opportunity that we have both McDo and Jollibee here and perhaps also the other private establishments. One report we've received a number of times is with regard to the ID. So na-mention na rin ng McDo kanina yung ID, right? Perhaps this is something you can easily address by adjusting the system. We've been receiving reports, for example. So there's this mother. 3 of her children have disabilities. They all have autism. Now, her concern with the app is that when she orders, the app would only recognize one PWD ID. However, that means her concern is that if she has to order 3 times, then she would have to pay delivery fees 3 times also. And parang magulo rin yun na iba-iba pa yung order. So it's a simple request, perhaps, that you can adjust your online system to take into account if someone who's ordering has multiple IDs. Because as raised by the good Congresswoman Stella Kimbo, sometimes in a family, there are more than one who's entitled to the discount. So that's one thing we wanted to raise.
McDo, can you answer that?
Your Honor, yes, would like to respectfully make a manifestation with regard to the information that was divulged now. That complaint was actually raised to us through our customer care, and that we've actually done the extra mile with regard to providing this mother with the service that she
Wag na yun.
requested.
Sagutin mo lang yung...
Yes po. Kasi po, Your Honor, in the JMC 01-2022 with the DTI, DSWD, NCSC, NCDA, DOH, DILG, and BIR, Section 6.3 provides that for multiple senior citizens or PWDs in a single transaction, the customer should inform the merchant of such fact, and for the establishment or for the merchant to grant the additional individual privilege. Your Honor, with regard to that particular complaint, that mother, what we've done is that our store would call the mother and ask her if she will be availing more than, or if she will be using more than one PWD IDs. She usually just notes it in our McDelivery app that I will be using more than one ID, and then that's where we call her, and then we adjust the discount for 3 people. So I'd like to believe that we are compliant with what the JMC provides with regard to multiple IDs in single transactions.
You're not okay, no? NCDA?
No, we appreciate the action taken. However, our recommendation or request is that if that can be embedded in the system itself, because for example, it's difficult if you will have to do the same process to each and every complainant. Whereas if there is a provision in the system, or like for example, in the app that you can key in like all these IDs, then they wouldn't have to complain in the first place. So that's just a recommendation.
Your Honor,
Thank you.
Yes.
further manifestation, please. What I mentioned earlier was merely an interim solution being introduced by McDonald's, just so we could provide the service. However, our marketing channels, as is led by Mr. Ronald Manzo, my colleague right here, they're already formulating an additional algorithm with regard to the improving of the McDelivery app now, so that a family discount or multiple IDs in a single transaction can be used
Yun na lang,
in an
dalawang-
automated manner. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. I think that puts it to rest. Can you just na lang, write us just exactly how you will yung paki-describe lang yung proseso, pati na ikaw, John.
Yes, Your Honor. Will be.
You want to say anything? Yes. Mr. Kabayan?
Maraming salamat po, Mr. Chair. Just a query, Mr. Chair, with respect to the implementation dito po sa 20% discount dito sa PWD at the same time sa senior citizens. I'm just wondering kasi di po ba required po palagi yung ID? So is that wala po bang exception yan? Wala po bang tinatawag na face value, Mr. Chair? Kasi maraming beses, kitang-kita mo naman na talaga na senior. Hindi mo may kakaila na senior. Wala po bang little consideration, kailangan pang hanapin talaga na ID, mag-present ka ng ID mo. Kitang-kita mo ng ugod-ugod. more than what you're actually requiring, kahit hindi mo kailangan ng ID, ang tawag po dyan sa batas, res ipsa loquitur.
Sige na nga.
You don't even have to prove it dahil kita mo na talaga. Pero, ang tanong ko, wala po bang little consideration in the implementation of this particular requirement na dapat maipresent siyang ID sa'yo?
Magkano pa ba yung rules? Uy. I think we will. There are how many? 50 who have to answer that question.
Pili na lang po tayo, Mr. Chair. Pero yun nga, mami, di ba ba? Kitang-kita mo na talaga na, pero sasabihin most likely no senior citizen,
We will,
ay nakalimutan
we
ko
will
po.
consider that in the TWG. Some kind of a prima facie.
What percent not have ID?
Pero problema ko dyan sa iyo, yung ano ha, it is your duty
No, Mr. Chair, for example, di
to
po ba?
bring your ID.
Lalo na kapag mga senior, medyo makakalimutin na, di po ba? Given naman po yon. Hindi lahat. But there are instances, sorry, hindi naman po receive sa locator po, Chair, kasi hindi po pa po kayo senior.
Senior na.
Pero hindi halata. Apo, so may mga iba po medyo nakakalimutan. Kaya pagdating po doon, sasabihin po nila, ay, sorry, pero kitang-kita mo talaga. No questions asked, quote and unquote. Except that, wala siyang ID. Ang tanong,
Ano ba yun?
wala po bang little consideration in those instances?
Chair.
Yes.
I think kasi they need the number of the ID
Ano yung
for tax siguro,
Ay,
tax
still
deduction.
Oh, yan. Okay, so we'll put that to rest.
Yung ano po doon, how do we address
We
those
will
technical
have a
concerns?
TWG to address that kasi we cannot have 40 people answering that question. It's in the law?
Kasi yung batas po
Is it
naman,
in
Mr. Chair,
revised civil code? Does anybody have a law?
Mr. Chair.
NCS,
Boss.
yes.
As chairman of the technical working group, we will consider your suggestion.
Okay,
maraming salamat po, Mr. Chair.
okay. Jollibee, you can go. Macdo, you can go. Okay. Para wala na sila matanong.
Thank
Habang
you, Your
nandito
Honor.
kayo, tatanungin kayo yung mga yan eh. Sumagot si Johnny. Academia, after this, can you wait for Stella?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. Yes, Congresswoman. We will wait, sir.
Hindi, isa-isahin ko na lang to ha, para hindi ako masyado one by one. Hindi naman sa nag-ano ko. Grab food, TGP, parking. Kasama ba? No. So it's for you if you want to put it. Edna's Cake Land. Kawawa naman to. She's not here to answer this. Kensa Bakery. Kayo, sulat ka na. Taste of Joy Branch. Ano to? What is joy? And how do you taste it? It's a restaurant. It's in South Mall. Patient Care Medical Health Services, Monte Carlo Building. Is that subject to 20%? NCSE? Ikaw na lang, baba.
If it falls under ano po yung services, it is considered, sir.
Like,
And by the way, sir, if I may call our lawyer is now here. If I may call Attorney Alba to answer that.
it's okay, you're there. Dermatology, subject to 20%? Like gluta? Gluta, subject to 20%?
No, sir. I think gluta is is not part of the ano.
Hem Hotel. Hem Hotel. Hem Hotel. In Kibawe, Bukidnon. New Venture Shell Station. 5% discount to? Shell
Sir,
station.
in case of motel, sir, it is considered as a service and it is part of the 20% discount, sir.
So it's part. So motels are part. May mga matatanda ba nagmo-motel? Di. O kailangan ipakulong nyo. Joke lang. Okay. Shell station. Is that part? Shell station. Can you answer that? Uy, babae. Shell station. Is that part of the law? Psst. Ikaw magaling eh. Oo, alam ibang magaling. Ikaw lang eh.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. No po, Your Honor. It's not included.
So Shell station is not. All right. Penelco. Ano to? Electrico. Subject to discount ba yan?
Sir, it is part of the 5% discount, sir.
Okay, 5. Maraming nakikinig sa atin, so maganda yung nalalaman nila. Log House Cafe, obvious naman to. Restaurant, subject to 20 ba yan?
Subject to 20%, sir.
Bollywood Restaurant, Alona Panglao, kasama.
Subject to 20%, sir.
Mercury Drug, sumagot na, etc. Mercury Drug, Red Ribbon, sumagot na dito, di ba? Andito ba si Red Ribbon? Pumunta na ba ito dito? What? They did? So, doon na lang sa TWG. Edna's Cake Land, Max Restaurant. Yung Max ba pumunta dito? Sa TWG na siya. Ying Restaurant. Chow King. Oy, Jollibee, sa'yo to.
Yes, Your Honor. I'm not aware of that particular incident.
So,
relation to
you're
Chowking, but-
denying Chow King.
No,
How
Your Honor.
dare you?
But we will, sir, but we will, if we could be kindly furnished with the details of that particular
Ba't
complaint.
wala na yung salt and pepper, ano? Parang that's my biggest complaint.
Sir, we will ask our store operations.
Oo, yun lang in order ko dyan eh. La Fortuna Bake Shop. Akala nyo makakalusot kayo? Apong Iska Pansitan and Eatery. Andox, okay na to. Mercury Drug, okay na to. O malapit na. Government Hospital of North Sogaray. Ano tawag nito? Hoy. NCSC. Anong problema
Sir,
nito?
the inquiry is merely for the policy of the hospitals related to discounts.
Ano yan, discount after PhilHealth, before PhilHealth? You discount first, then PhilHealth later?
After PhilHealth, sir.
Madaya ba yun? Yan bang gusto mo? Makakatipid ang PhilHealth. PhilHealth, are you here? Where do you apply the discount? Before or after?
Good morning, Mr. Chair.
Yes, ma'am.
Yung PhilHealth po, yung ano po, yung senior citizen, ina-apply po siya after ng ng VAT exemption ng 12% then 20% ng senior citizen, saka lang po i-apply yung PhilHealth. So third pa po yung PhilHealth.
O, ikaw nga, sagutin mo yan. Iba yung pinagsasabi mo. Tatanungin mo. Tama ba yun? Akala ko tali-talino mo.
But that doesn't, diba, Mr. Chair, we have case
You
rates.
talk to her.
We have case rates for PhilHealth, diba? So, hindi ba, parang for me, Mr. Hindi ba dapat after you deduct?
Yan ginagawa nila, total bill, less 12%.
And then,
Alam mo ni divide nyo, isa lang naman may sakit. Tapos, less 20%, less PhilHealth. Ganun ba yun?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Nasaan ang Bicol dito? I think you have to change that. It should be less VAT, less SC, less PhilHealth benefit. Alin?
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
hindi mo kasi maintindihan yung PhilHealth eh. Wala namang percentage. Kung ano na lang gusto nilang i-discount, yun na lang i-discount nila. So after the 20%.
Can you put that in writing, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
So we will what? How do you want them? Also, ipakulong din natin dito. Ang tama to.
Dapat divided by 1.12 times 12.
Tapos, SC discount muna. Tama nga. Ang nangyari nga, we have a sample here coming from Bicol. It's obviously wrong. So, your VAT exemption is not, you just compute 12%. It should be divided by 1.12. The SC discount of 20% is applied on the net. And then less PhilHealth benefit after the SC discount. During the TWG, I think we will require PhilHealth to be present. Okay lang. What's your name, ma'am? Don't worry.
Yes, Mr. Chair. Dr. Bernadette Lico from PhilHealth NCR po.
All right. So, Baliwag. Ito hindi pa to napapatawag. Greenwich, sa'yo din to, no? Psst. Sa'yo din to? Bakit ba
Yes,
kasi
Your
lahat
Honor.
binili nyo na? Same answer. Okay, Bruno's Barbershop. Ano ba to? Magkano ba sa Bruno's? 500? 600? 350 lang. Red Ribbon, napunta na ba dito? Malapit na ako, Huwag ka nagagalit na kasi yung COMSEC ko kasi sumunod daw ako sa script. May sinubmit BIR will present a computation later. Okay. Holiday Land Restaurant. You think you really escaped this? No. Ocean Jet Life and Shipping. Is that subject? Miss na matalino? Ocean Jet.
What is Ocean Jet, sir?
Transportation, obviously.
Transportation. It should be, sir, under transportation, 20% discount.
All right, thank you. Light Shipping Corporation. Chunghwa Hospital, subject also.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. GT Set. Everything but cheese. SM Fairview Branch. Kung everything but cheese, hindi. Ano to? BPI. Ano yung problema nito sa BPI? Credit card. Annual dues for senior citizen. May ganun ba, ne?
Sir?
Yes.
Credit cards for persons with disabilities, no discount on annual dues, but I could not speak for RA 9994 for senior citizens po.
But
Sir, sa PWD po ako. Sir, not all provisions are similar. Actually, the other thing I wanted to note a while ago with regard
no, we will
Okay.
integrate. We will have a comprehensive integrated and sino ba yung ikaw?
Sir, as far as the RA 9994 is concerned, annual dues as considered as membership is not part of the benefits accorded to senior citizens, sir.
Sa?
For annual dues or membership fees for the credit cards, not included, sir.
Pautangin pa ba kayo? Baka mamatay na kayo bukas. De joke lang.
Mr. Chairman, GCash or PayMaya. Service,
Sige.
service
Papag-uusapan natin. Grab, already answered very well. Cafe France, sa'yo na naman to. Binenta nyo na ba to?
Sir, it's no longer part of the Jollibee store network.
Alright, malapit na, 1 page. Kulang ba ako pang hindi nagbigay yung mga yun?
Kayo po.
Actually, I will open one new more. So, what?
Well, sir,
5%, tapos 1,000. Tapos 1,000.
5% po, opo.
Tapos 1,300.
Yes po.
Okay, I'll better make sure. Nathaniel's, ano ba to? Buko salad is subject to 20%. My God, French baker, is that yours? Hoy, Jollibee. Kaya nga pinapalis ko na kayo eh, ayaw nyo umalis eh.
Ano raw?
Is that yours, French baker?
No, sir.
Health services, obviously. Fat Boys Pizza. Royal Kitchen Seafood, obviously. Robinson. Rason Shopwise. Halos lahat dito. Small Carinderia. Ano to? Subject din ba to? Less than 100,000 naman to eh.
Sir, I believe that's from the list of NCSC, not
Dance
SCD.
Buffet Restaurant. Emergency Department of Adventist Medical Center, Manila. Nasagot niyo ba to, NCSC?
They're all replied, sir.
Replied
Acted upon,
positively.
sir, by our lawyer, sir.
Lydia's Kitchenette, Herbalife, Grab, McDo, Makati Med. Okay, last page, Makati Med. All right, McDo again. But I still like your, don't worry. Your McFlurry and your, And last one, Himlayang Filipino Memorial. Is this, see last page yan talaga. Wala na.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes,
how about yung mga GCash service fees, PayMaya?
I don't know. Bahala ka dun. Huh? We will call them on the TWG side. There's a TWG. These two girls are inside this. And di ba sinama siya? Okay, so
Mr. Chair, sorry, just earlier we were talking about PhilHealth. I just did some quick computations. The system of PhilHealth is more beneficial
to
to
the
seniors. Yeah, so meaning it's
retain.
Better to subtract first the senior citizen discount then PhilHealth.
Ang problema, di ba, yung pag-divide niya ng 12%, hindi divide by 1.12. Pero okay na nga yun, 12% is higher, di ba? Okay, retain na lang.
And then yung question niyo po, Mr. Chair, on the haircut. Ang problema dun sa if you set a
Is Roque
floor,
around? No, wala naman si Roque. Okay, now may I call on the Honorable... Yes, sir.
Mr. Chair, if I may, this is just on a personal
okay.
experience.
Siyempre,
Oh,
dami mong experience.
I may be allowed. Last Saturday, my wife went to one of the grocery stores here. I'll specifically mention SM Supermarket, Fairview. So we got a lot of stuff for our personal consumption, and the total bill was something like 16,000. So ako nakapila because she was answering her phone. And when I was about to pay, I asked the cashier, magkano bang binigay na discount? Sabi niya 65 pesos. Regardless of the amount, is only 65 pesos per week. So I told her, sabi ko, Miss, under the dapat may discount. Pero that's the management instruction. So I want to know, ano bang stand ng Wala tayong SM representative
Nagagalit
dito?
na sa aking comsec ko.
Wala ho? 65 pesos. In spite na malaki yung binayaran, 16,000 pesos for the basic commodities, food, the chicken, the meat, the rice, and so on and so forth.
And NCSC,
Hanapan ka pa ng booklet. Ano yung, that's my personal experience last Saturday, and for the first time akong sumama.
Sir, if we may refer to a joint DTI-DA Administrative Order number 10-02 series of 2010 under Section 3 discount, every senior citizen shall enjoy a special discount of 5% of the regular retail price without exemption from the value-added tax of basic necessities and prime commodities listed under Section 2A and B of this order. The total amount of said purchase shall not exceed the amount of 1,300 per calendar week without carryover of the unused amount. And then if we deduct the tax plus deduction of the 20%, that would only mean 65 pesos per week, sir.
Okay. So, I think we have to repeal the law. Paano yan? That's an administrative order. So, paano yan? Who will prevail? The law or the AO? Mr.
NCSC, ano?
NCSE.
Government, that's a government agency.
Yeah, that's for the senior citizen, right?
Yes.
Administrative order as against the law. You don't have the lawmaking power.
So 65 pesos lang talaga.
Sir, I believe that would be a great consideration for the committee to look into, sir. Especially the 1,300. The law was created 2010. Even the department order was promulgated 2010, and it's already 2024. Perhaps it's high time to review the such provisions, sir.
Ordanes work to do. Thank you. It's duly noted, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Okay, now
Chair,
may I
Chair,
recommend.
pwede mag-comment lang? Chair, pwede mag-comment lang?
Yes.
Yes, Mr. Chair. Honestly, Mr. Chair, yung binabanggit po nila, it's just an administrative order. Hindi naman natin kailangan ng batas o baguhin yung batas para lang po ayusin po nila yung administrative order. So, ang concern ko po kasi, Mr. Chair, itinuturo nila ngayon, kailangan baguhin, magkaroon ng technical working group meeting para dyan. In fact, they can anytime change it in order to make sure na yung administrative order is consistent with the intent of the law. Hindi ko maintindihan bakit kailangan nilang ituro yung committee, kailangan nilang ituro yung batas.
Okay.
Mr. Chair, Mr. Chair,
Sino yun? Yes, Congressman.
I think, Mr. Chair, the law provides 5%. Tapos yung dalawang DTI yata at isang DA tasked by the law to promulgate yung rules implementation. Kaya yun. And in fact, I filed the bill spending in the committee to increase the 5%.
Nasa iyo
to
pala.
8%. Yeah.
Okay. So,
Then may review na after 3 years. Kasi yung batas walang review. Kaya 2010 pa yung pinaka latest na discount na binigay.
okay.
Mr. Chair.
Taas na lang
Yes.
natin yung 1,300.
Yes, precisely, Mr. Chair. Hindi kailangan po ng batas kasi nagpeg po sila ng 1,300 eh. Pero sino nagpeg po noon? Sila rin. And anytime they can change it. Even right now, pwede po nilang baguhin po yun to increase that particular amount.
Mr. Chair.
Okay, to put some order lang kasi we will come across those ano. Anyway, can I listen? Are you my classmate?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
All right. So
Way back.
Mr. Chair, just to clarify to the good congressman, no, 65 pesos po is 5% of 1,300 pesos, which is the maximum. That's why they mentioned, because we're thinking of 1,003. Tapos biglang naging 65, parang ang liit, di ba? But that is 5% of 1,003 po. I mean, yun, kaya po yun ang nabanggit po sa inyo.
Mr. Chair, that's correct. Because I was not aware of the AO. I was relying on the law. So my question now is, sino mag-prevail? Ang law ba or ang administrative order? And they can change that anytime, according to Congressman Salo.
And also, if I may add, that's for BNPCs, no? Basic necessities and prime. That's why may pila po, kaya may matagal pong pag senior citizen lane kasi nga kailangan i-sort, no? And then may maximum. Kasi nga, ang control doon is the fact that someone might start a syndicate if walang limit, and you can buy as much as you want. You can get as many, hire as many senior citizens and start your business, no? So run someone out of business po. I mean, I think that was what the safeguard po, why that was implemented, why that was added po. So,
After she starts. Now, at this point, thank you very much, Mr. Stephen Kua. May I now recognize for the PWD, Congresswoman Isabel Maria Zamora.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. But before we go to the next question, may we get the comments first of Angkas, Attorney Carlo Castro. May we know how you give senior citizens and PWD discounts?
Sure. Good morning, Mr. Chair. Good morning po to our esteemed congressmen and our colleagues. Angkas is fully compliant din po to all our laws mandating the senior citizen and PWD discounts. Ang unang tanong po siguro is how do we implement this? I can summarize it po into 2 steps. Step 1 po is basically nandun po sa ating website. Meron pong link doon. It's for a one-time registration. I-upload lang po doon yung ating senior citizen or PWD ID. And then may turnaround time po tayo ng 5 days maximum, upon which pending the approval, once approved po, the customer po will get a code that he or she can input po for the rest of the year na po yon. So it's a one-time process lang po. Once you get the code, all your rides po will already incur the discount. The discount po is buo, 20% po of the total fare. So that's how we implement it. However, Mr. Chair, maybe I should go already to because we're aware that we received a complaint. No, there are a few complaints po that were lodged in our office. At ang punot dulo po nito, Mr. Chair, again can be summarized into 2. Number 1 is clerical, meaning meron pong defect doon sa documents or pag-upload ng document. So that's 1. Yung pangalawa po is system error, meaning it's on the tech side po, Mr. Chair and Your Honors. Ibig sabihin po, after a certain threshold, yung bandwidth po ng ating back system, meron pong mga application na hindi lumulusot. For 2023 po, Mr. Chair and Your Honors, we have resolved all of these complaints. But kung meron pa pong mga pending na complaints, especially for this year po, for the balance of 2024, we're more than happy po to respond to the complaints po.
Yeah, you can respond. Can you put your apps here?
Yes,
We wanna
Mr.
see
Chair.
that.
Apo.
Baka naman yung button for senior citizen nasa help center. On the last page. Sino magpapakita niyan?
Mr. Chair, while Attorney Castro is setting up, may we ask now the representative of Anytime Fitness Asia Corporate about their discounts.
Good morning. First of all, thank you for inviting us here and allowing us to address the complaint that was raised to us. Well, for the discount of Anytime Fitness, actually, we are very much compliant. So far, fortunately for our industry, we have a database of our membership, as we're a gym membership. And so far, out of our total membership, we have total of more than 6,500 discounted membership under senior citizen and PWD. For the discount, we apply the discount mandated in the IRR for senior citizen and the PWD, which is taking out the 12%, 1 point, the VAT, and then applying the 20% since we are under recreation. The gym is under recreation, so that's how we compute the discount. Now, I understand that we have a complaint that we received last September 2 from NCDA, and immediately last September 4, we actually responded and addressed that complaint. And for that particular complaint, the person that the complainant actually did not join. The person inquired and unfortunately was not able to present the PWD ID during that time of inquiry. So that's the reason why it was not granted. As in the law, you must present the PWD ID to be able to avail the discount. However, we did respond to that, and the decision of the complainant is not to join anymore during that time. So we are not able to grant the discount to that particular person. But so far, that was addressed during that time within the 48 hours required by the service recovery team that we implement in Anytime Fitness.
Again, if there is a promo for your rates in Anytime Fitness, how do you apply the discount?
Okay, thank you for that question. Actually, it's something that I picked up last meeting, last hearing. We actually follow the 2010 IR, which actually says that for a discounted or promotional price, we don't anymore apply the 20% discount. We apply whichever is higher, the discount. So for example, if our discount is 15% discount on the published rate, we do apply and recognize a 20% discount. However, if in any event we give a higher discounted promotion, then the discounted promotion, which is higher than the usual senior citizen and PWD, applies.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
Okay, so this is Angkas.
Yes po, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, I'm sharing on the screen po. This is a direct link po. This sa website po natin, you can directly access it. It's very straightforward po, Mr. Chair. Kukunin lang po yung pangalan po nung nag-register. I-upload lang po yung ID and then indicate po yung disability and the expiration date which we will match po with the ID that is uploaded. And then once you click submit po, Mr. Chairman, that will be included in our system. Turnaround time po is 5 days, upon which you will get a one-time code which you can use po for all your rides na po, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chair, I just noticed po dun sa mga nakaraang pong nagsalita. I think the key request is really making this user-friendly. Ibig sabihin, very accessible from both the app and the website. Currently po, Mr. Chair, this is accessible sa ating website. So very much noted po, Mr. Chair, that we should put this in the user experience as well in the app itself. So we will make the necessary adjustments po.
Thank you. So ikaw ang chair. You want to recognize her?
Okay, Congresswoman Kimbo.
Bait naman ng chairman.
Yes. Madam Chair, I just have a quick question for Angkas. Have there been any reported accidents involving senior citizens?
Wala pa po, Your Honor, Mr. Chair. No accidents involving senior citizens po.
All right, so no additional rules when the passenger is a senior citizen?
Additional rules, ma'am, in the sense of we have a dedicated, meron po kaming general hotline, Mr. Chair, Your Honor, but we have a dedicated hotline for escalated cases. These are sexual harassment, complaints of criminal in nature, and those that require immediate medical attention. So those complaints filed through those hotlines po, we have a 24/7 online medical team and an emergency response team po, Mr. Chair.
Yeah, but so far wala naman incidents.
Wala naman po, Mr. Chair.
Baka to meron sexual harassment.
Okay, let me ask this to the different LGU groups here. Are there additional privileges to PWDs not state that are not under our laws, meaning
Ordinances.
under city ordinances? What are these privileges, and how will these additional benefits be affected if we implement an national PWD ID? Maybe start with the PDAO Office of QC.
Thank you, Your Honor. In Quezon City, Your Honor, we implemented the full digital registration of persons with disability IDs and senior citizens IDs. We will furnish the committee with our city ordinances. So we have po the QCE services app where yung aming pong mga not only for the persons with disability ID but all IDs of Q citizens, meron po kaming QR code. And this can be validated through our website and through our QCE services app. Kaya po dun sa ating mga establishments, once na po na ma-present yung ating QC ID where ito po ay persons with disability or senior citizens, this can be easily be validated through our website or through our QCE services app. Your Honor, we also have po the assistive devices ordinance where kasama po dito yung prosthesis or orthosis dahil ito po yung mahal, no, yung mga amputee po natin na kailangan po ng artificial leg, no, that would cost 50,000 to 100,000. So sa QC po, we have po the ordinance na to institutionalize and magbigay po talaga ng funding para sa ating pong mga assistive devices. This also includes braille devices, customized wheelchairs, Your Honor. And we also have the incentive ordinance na ngayon po ay inaayos namin where the establishments who will hire persons with disability will get incentives sa aming local tax. No? So, ang amin pong 50% of the salary of a person with disability or senior citizen na ma-hire sa mga establishments po namin, 50% deduction sa local tax po sa Quezon City. We also have po the Kasama Ka Inclusive Employment Program where the Quezon City government employed 300 persons with disability. This is in compliance po sa sinasabi po ng 1% positions or sa government offices or agencies. So sa Quezon City po, 1.2% na po yung aming QC government persons with disability employee. And on top on that, we hired pa po 300 persons with disability sa aming 39 offices and departments in 4 months. Your Honor, kasi marami po tayo mga persons with disability who has the capacity to perform, who has the skills like person with autism or deaf persons with disability who are graduated. But yung kanila pong opportunity to be employed ay only for housekeeping or janitorial. So in Quezon City po, Your Honor, we provide the productivity, the opportunity for them na ma-hire po sila sa capacity po na kung saan sila nag-excel. And yung in return po, because we piloted the program last year, we will introduce a regular program na po siya na naka-invite sa Quezon City government. Where I would like also to mention Jollibee food groups because right now we are developing partnership where the Jollibee will hire sa 54 stores po no nila sa Quezon City. At doon po namin kukunin yung aming pong mga na-train na persons with disability na aming i-refer po sa aming mga ka-partners po na private establishments.
So if there's a national PWD ID, would you still issue or implement these programs that you have in Quezon City? Because apparently you have a lot. I mean, I'm sure you have more than the other cities. So how would you react to having a national ID?
Your Honor, we are supporting the access of applying the national ID. In fact, right now in our PDAW office, we have a specific desk for the national ID. No? So yung PSA po ay ngayon po ay nasa City Hall para po yung mga persons with disability po na nag-a-apply for their IDs. Also, nag-a-apply din po sila sa national ID. They have the accessibility. In Quezon City, Your Honor, dahil kami po ay 1/4 ng NCR, we have 7 PDAW offices. We have 6 mini city halls na ma-access po nila yung iba't ibang mga programs na nasa main city hall. So because we have the automated system, we generated po around 62,000 persons with disabilities for 2023. We have the specific database for that. And in fact, we have 100% uploaded the data to the DOHP or PWD, Your Honor.
Thank you very much. Can I go to the national NCDA? What are the other PWD privileges that you are aware of, and how would you respond to having a national PWD ID?
So I think Ms. Devi Dacanay already mentioned a number of the other existing laws, like for example, the mandatory 1% for government employees, and then the suggested, not recommended, 1% for establishments or companies employing at least 100 or more persons with disabilities. But we are pleased to inform the body that actually there are several partnerships with other private institutions wherein they are really keen on employing more than just 1% of persons with disabilities. So I think most of the laws were already mentioned. Now, when it comes to having a national ID, we are in favor of that as long as, and I think this is an important qualification, the logistics are properly set up, because as we raised before, the National Council on Disability Affairs, we do not have a nationwide presence. So if we will be the ones issuing that, then it will take longer. However, if it's an agency with a nationwide presence, then I think that would be a really good idea. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, NCDA. Can we go to the DOH, Director Manatad? What do you think of having a national PWD ID so that we can have a uniform system nationwide?
Good morning, Honorable Chair. Now for this national PWID, right now the DOH is maintaining the database as mentioned by our PDAW officer of the Quezon City. So we are getting into the data coming from the different regions, and we look at also, these are also very important database, especially for the DOH program and also for the local health sector. Now, having a unified national ID would really help us strengthen our database throughout the country, because right now, not all LGUs really are having a very good database and the PWDs. Now, with this national ID, all LGUs will be provided with technical assistance and all forms of resources.
Okay, thank you very much, ma'am. We go to League of Cities, wala. And League of Municipalities. DSWD. It's the DSWD here.
For that, ma'am, we also follow the requirements of the law that we hire at least 1% of our employees are persons with disabilities. We also have we also integrate projects just like the 4Ps to include persons with disabilities and even families that have persons of disability that are within their family, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Let's go to the next question. What are the necessary qualifications for PWDs to avail of their benefits, and how can these guidelines assist establishments in understanding their obligations? Also, what are some effective strategies or approaches that business establishments can employ to raise awareness among their staff about the rights and privileges of PWDs and to ensure proper implementation of the discounts and privileges. May we start with the PDAO Office of QC?
Your Honor, come again, Your Honor, sorry po.
Sorry, it's maybe first the qualifications for PWDs to avail of the discounts, and what are your strategies, or what do you do in Quezon City so that the businesses will be aware that they have to give these discounts?
For sure, Honor, Mayor Joy Belmonte, goal is inclusivity. So meron po kami regular na business summit, Your Honor, where all the stakeholders po sa business sector, business industry, ay ini-invite po headed by the BPLD. And the persons with disability po, Your Honor, is one of the area of concern na na amin po tinatalakay. And also, because we have 7 PDAO offices, yung amin pong presence in different districts ay represented, no? And one of the strategy for us is really we are asking po their QC ID or their persons with disability ID in every programs, in availment of every programs and services of the Quezon City government, the type of disability, Your Honor, as per guidelines of the NCDA, Your Honor, and this is all across all PDAOs, na yung specialista po ang siyang mag-certify kung ano pong disability ng applicant, no? So, kung hindi po naka-specify yung type of disability ng applicant, we really come to forward to really search the doctor and really search the hospital. Because we also recognize po na babalik sila sa doktor, babalik sila sa hospital, sisingilin na naman sila for that specific document. So that's part of our verification, Your Honor.
Interest lang. Ano yung number 1 disability?
Physical disability, Your Honor.
Yeah.
Yes po, followed by psychosocial. Psychosocial,
What physical?
Physical, Your Honor, as guided by DOH, iba-iba po. Meron pong apparent and non-apparent. Your Honor, the apparent, ito po yung mga person in wheelchair, mga amputee. But meron din pong non-apparent disability or musculoskeletal. No? Basta na-certify po sila, Your Honor, ng specialista na sila po or the stroke patient resulted to disability.
I thought that most of the abuse is in the eyes.
Your Honor, right now, as per
How many have you issued for eye disability?
just look, Your Honor.
Pag mayroong lang konting parang mga bulag sa pag-ibig.
Madam Chair, may I ask a quick question?
I will submit.
Mr. Chairman, in case, Madam Chair, in case we have a national ID system, right? If you put there, indicate there that you are a PWD or a senior citizen, then we don't need all the other IDs. Only one ID, kasi it will be easier for the agencies. If you have one ID and you can tell all, you don't need to bring all the ID. So I think we should work on the national ID system. That's just a suggestion, Madam Chair.
I agree with that, sir. While that is a very good suggestion, and I'm sure a lot of us want that uniform system, I think there might be a little problem regarding those with temporary disabilities that I think there's a time frame or so, and maybe we can get the NCDA to comment on that. Well,
Yeah, Madam Chair, before she answers, also, I was intrigued by the app that Angkas, was it Angkas who showed that if all the, for example, Shopee, Lazada, all the apps also indicate the PWD and the senior citizen, if it's registered, then they don't have to bother every transaction checking if it's a senior citizen or PWD. So I think the requirement should be all apps with digital purchases should have a system where they can record the PWD and the ID, also the PWD. It's just another suggestion, Madam Chair. Thank you.
Yes, sir, we will take note of that. And we will also invite the NEDA and the PSA in our next hearing so that they may answer queries regarding the uniform PWD ID and the senior citizens ID. May we get, yes, the comments of NCDA?
Thank you, Your Honor. So I'll answer first the new recommendation. Actually, that's a welcome recommendation if it can be included in the national ID system. However, we do recognize the validity of the concern of Congressman Bel Zamora because as defined, disability is long-term. So there's a time limit. Actually, as per DOH, long-term would be anything from 6 months onward. So perhaps to reconcile the two, how we can implement that is something that we can thrash out in perhaps TWG hearings so that we can give life to the suggestion without compromising the fact that we don't want people abusing it. Now, for example, they just have a very temporary disability and then they take it upon themselves to apply for this and then they will be enjoying the benefits for a long time. So something to know. Your Honor, should I also answer the other questions?
Yes, ma'am, but can I first acknowledge the attendance, the presence of Congressman Jose Bong J. Teves Jr. of TGP Party List. Good morning, sir. Okay, please go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. So to answer your earlier questions, as to the qualifications on how to avail the discounts, actually, once you have the ID, that's the only thing that the establishments need to look for. As long as you have the PWD ID card to present, you are entitled to the discount. So it's actually upon the agencies issuing the ID to determine whether or not a person is qualified for that ID. But since government IDs assume a presumption of validity, establishments really are supposed to honor them. However, we understand that there are instances wherein establishments have doubts as to the veracity of an ID. So for now, in the absence of an updated national database online that's easily accessible, as Ms. Debbie said, it's only QC that's 100% uploaded all their data to our national database. What we suggest to the establishments is in the meantime, if they want to verify it, don't check with the PWD of DOH because it's not completely updated. So it's possible that someone has a valid ID, but they're not yet in the system. So we don't want to prejudice these people. What we suggest is that they call the LGU issuing because the LGU would definitely know for sure if this is a legitimate ID. Now, as for strategies for businesses, as some suggestions, I think I noted this in the first hearing, there are actually available online training services on the website of NCDA. But other than that, if you want something more tailor-fit to the kind of establishment that you have, you can reach out to us. We can have a MOA so that we can see how we can work together. Thank you.
Madam Chair,
Yes, sir.
I would just want to inform the body that I have filed a bill regarding the integration of senior citizens ID card. May super apps po ron na if you want to transact kahit anong government agency, meron lang kayo i-click, let's say DSIS, lalabas na po yung yung agency. At nakalagay po ron yung mga details ng isang senior citizen, kung kailan siya pinanganak, ano po lahat ng detalye. At yan po, my bill is now pending with the Committee on Information and Technology, headed by Congressman Toby Chanco.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Okay, can I ask again, NCDA, what are the measures that establishments should take to ensure separate and accurate record keeping of sales to the PWDs?
Yeah, that's actually a very good question and something that we can work together with the private establishments. But perhaps it would be best if there would be a record specifically noting the discounts given per each month. Actually, I think I asked one of the attendees before, if I'm not mistaken, it's Cebu Pacific. Because he was my the Cebu Pacific rep was my seatmate during that hearing, and I did ask that question. He said that they do have that record, so perhaps it's something that all establishments can follow after. Thank you.
Pidao of QC.
Your Honor, for the establishment right now, we are finalizing the survey questionnaire for all the establishments. So nag-develop po kami ng survey questionnaire na forward po namin sa iba't ibang mga establishments on how many persons with workers with disability do they have, and if they would like to avail the incentive that we're giving to the establishment in employing persons with disability, Your Honor. But right now, we do not have the specific data on how many transactions or how many persons with disability that the private establishments serve, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. MMDA, are you here?
Good morning, Your Honor.
I think you know my question.
Pardon me, Your Honor. I think I lost track of the question.
There's only one question. Do you have coding privileges for senior citizens?
Yes, Your Honor. We have coding privileges.
Really? So this guy can use his car any time of any time of the week, any day of the week?
Your Honor, you have to apply for the
Oh, yan pala, hindi
privilege.
ka nag-a-apply. So that's welcome news. You're the only ray of hope in this room. Can you put that in writing? Is there any MMDA memorandum circular or something? Anything to that effect?
Yes, Your Honor.
Can you mention it?
Not that I failed to note particular specific.
Sayang naman, kokoronahan kita ng...
Your Honor, but I can follow up with it.
So what is
after the hearing, Your Honor?
If the driver is a senior citizen, or there's a senior citizen in a high HOV? Do you require a high occupancy vehicle? No.
No, Your Honor. As long as the driver presents an exemption signed by the chairman of the MMDA, Your Honor.
God. So, pumila kayo lahat dun. So, I think, I thought there's none, huh? So there is. Is that approved by the MMC?
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, so it's approved by all the mayors of Metro Manila?
Yes, Your Honor.
So anytime, anytime they're exempted. Yes.
As long as they have applied and it was
lagi akong
approved.
dinadakip eh.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
No. So that's enough for me. So can you just give me the MMC resolution?
Yes, Your Honor. I will follow up after the hearing, Your
What's
Honor.
your name?
I'm Attorney Joseph Salud, Your Honor.
You're from where?
I'm from the MMDA. I'm the chairperson of the PWD and Senior Citizens Focal Point
Also, that's
Committee.
very good. You're also focal person. So you're from what town, city, or what?
My father hails from San Juan, Batangas, Your Honor.
Okay, mabuhay mga Batanggenyo. So,
Mr. Chair, question lang.
wag mo na
Sa
questionin ang
MMDA.
libre na.
No, MMDA lang. Because I
Sige, may I recognize very lost to use surnames? Magsaysay na? Aquino pa?
I requested to Chairman Artes, no? Regarding the exemption for color coding for senior citizens. Ano nang nangyari doon? May action na ba?
Your Honor, there's no similar exemption for senior citizens, Your Honor. I'm sorry.
Kasi kailangan namin yun eh. Kasi kung minsan tinatakbo ka sa ospital o magpapa-check up ka, yun lang ang sasakyan mo. Kaya sinabi ko kay Chairman
PWD
Artes, basta as long na may nakasakay na senior citizen sa sasakyan, kung pwedeng color coding exempt na lang.
That's noted, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you.
Stella, can you... Akala ko ba meron? Wala pala. Meron ba?
Your Honor, just to clarify, the congressman was asking me about exemption on senior citizens. And there's no similar exemptions on senior citizens. However, I replied that there is exemption to PWDs.
Ayun.
Subject to application and approval by the chairman, Your Honor.
Can the committee request the... Total, ilan lang naman sila eh. Ilan ba sasakyan na merong... I don't know, we will try, okay? So, can we make a request on behalf of the senior citizen? Most of them are congressmen anyway. No. We will, itry mo lang kung pwede.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
We are making the committee request if the same privilege can be afforded to senior citizens, subject to certain restrictions and eligibility acquisition.
That's noted, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. But that's welcome. Thank you very much. Ay, isa na lang hindi ko nakukuha. Discount on parking kasi SM is always absent. No, but if they can give, why do we make it a bill?
Well, Mr. Chair,
Yes.
kasama ang transportation sa batas.
Kaya nga
Right, so-
pumayag NLEX, SLEX, SCTEX.
Pero that's, if you were to interpret the law, hindi ba dapat, I mean yung, kailangan mong
Can you
i-park yung
pahanap
sasakyan mo,
ka ng
right?
dictionary whether parking is part
Part
of
of
transport?
transportation.
No, we are looking for it. Or NCSC, can you make a clarificatory administrative order saying that parking is part of transport? Para hindi na namin lalagay sa batas. Wala ba?
Mr. Chairman, yung toll fees po, yung start toll fees, north.
Yeah, it's okay already.
Huh?
They, under our feed, whenever you buy our feed, they will add 20% more.
Kasama na
O kasi pag babawas ka pa divided by 1.12, divided by 1.2. So ang suggestion namin, kasi di ba laging ginagamit. So when you buy your R feed, they just add 20% more. Yes, sir.
Clarification po, Chair. So, ibig sabihin pag bibili, pero ang dapat bibili yung senior citizen. Paano kung naka-rehistro sa hindi senior citizen? So, dapat rehistrado
Well,
dun sa...
problema mo na yan.
So, pangalan nga po, registered dapat sa senior citizen.
Magpatanda ka muna.
Okay. Going back, Mr. Chair, doon sa implementation mechanism, kasi nabanggit po kanina, Mr. Chair, with respect to the use of the national ID.
Yes.
Hindi po pwede na automatic na po yun. Na pag may national ID ka, naka-specify po yung edad po doon.
Minadali kasi yung national ID ang rollout eh. Kaya hindi na
But nonetheless, it doesn't really, Mr. Chair, kasi nakasulat na po yung edad po doon eh. So, we don't understand bakit kakailanganin mo pa ngayon na mag-present ng separate na ID na specifying that you are senior citizen. When in fact, that's the main purpose. Di po ba? Automatic. Para naman kapag nag-celebrate yung mga senior citizens natin on their 60th birthday, alam na nila kagad that they're entitled to this. Rather than pipila pa po sila kung saan-saan.
I will never celebrate my 60th birthday. My goodness.
Tapos na po kayo, sir, di ba? Anyway, Mr. Chair, yun po yung sinasabi po natin para hindi po nagkakaroon ng kung ano-ano pang mga diskusyon. Ano pa bang kakailanganin mong ibang IDs kung mayroon ka ng national ID specifying your age?
Okay, so yung ano na lang, no? So, are there additional privileges? Okay na. considering that we have Philippine Registry of PWD, so tapos na ba to? Asa na ba ako?
Mr. Chair, on the booklet.
All right, last na. The members, especially Congresswoman Stella Kimbo, recommended the removal of booklets when purchasing goods, specifically medicines and grocery items. What is your opinion on this matter? DTI?
Good morning, Mr. Chair. We will relay this to the DTI management. As per the law, the joint administrative circular is administrative order is by DTI and DA. So we will refer this to the management, Mr. Chair.
That's not an answer, but it's okay. DSWD?
Good morning, Your Honor. The DSWD supports the abolishment of the purchase booklet for senior citizens because upon review of the law, there is no clear provision that specify that there must be a purchase booklet. It is only found in an administrative order from the DOH, DTI, and Department of Agriculture, Your Honor. So we support for the abolition of the purchase booklet.
Doon ka magpaalam mo.
Thank you.
Papaalam daw pila. Okay.
Mr. Chair.
NCSC?
Good morning, Honorable Chair. The National Commission of Senior Citizens also supports the abolition of the booklets. And if I may resound the call of our chairperson, provided that it will that there will be a national database system that will be adopted so as to monitor also the purchases, especially of the prescribed medicines, sir.
Stella?
Mr. Chair, in the first place, at the moment, sino po ba ang tumitingin sa mga booklets? 'Di ba? So pinaghihirapan ng mga seniors ang pagdadala ng booklet at pinaghihirapan ng mga kahera ang pag-fill up ng booklet, right? Pero ang totoo, hindi naman sinasubmit ang booklet na yan sa kahit na sino. So in other words, wala siyang purpose na ina-achieve. So yun ang tanong natin. So babalik tayo dun sa, okay, minomonitor, maganda yan. Pero for what purpose? Kasi meron naman tayong Family Income and Expenditure Survey, Mr. Chair, di ba? Favorite ni Mr. Chair. Malalaman natin dun sa FICE kung ano ang kinokonsumo ng mga seniors just by looking at the FICE. Kung gusto lang natin malaman anong kinokonsumo nila. So, yun ang tanong. Anong gusto natin ma-achieve? Pero pagdating naman sa maraming paraan kung paano makuha ang datos. Ngayon, ang BIR, kung tama ang forms, makukuha natin talaga kung magkano ang ina-expense ng bawat firm para sa senior citizen discounts. So, yun ang tanong, Mr. Chair, di ba? Ano yung purpose talaga ng booklet? Ano ang minomonitor? Kasi at this point, wala talaga Tama ba ako? I guess, sino bang pwedeng sumagot? NCSC.
We will route it.
Diba? Oh.
We will route the question.
Okay.
Thank you. But I gave you power. They are so guided. May I call first the government agencies, then we go to the private sector. DOH?
Honorable Chair, we have prepared our position paper subject for the approval of the Secretary.
Which says?
Po, we have provided 3 options. One is minimizing the booklet requirements with modifications. Second one is partial removal of the booklet requirement. And the third one is the complete removal of the booklet requirements with provisions. With 2 provisions. So these are the 3 options of the Department of Health subject for the approval of the Secretary po.
suggest complete removal na lang of the booklet para
Okay,
wala na namang loopholes or what.
thank you, Mila. May I now call on the ILG? Is the ILG around? Wala. Oh, sir, come here. Your attorney, what?
Good morning, Your Honor. John
Yes.
Marlon Roles po from the Bureau of Local Government Development.
You want the booklet? You don't want the booklet?
With regards po to the booklet, the concerns with regards to the booklet, I think yung isa po kasing main purpose niya, although hindi pa po ako talaga nagagamit, is to observe po ata yung sa kahera kung na-reach na niya yung limit na 1,300.
300.
But again, in the course of our discussions today, parang kailangan na nga po baguhin pati yung limit na yun kasi ang tagal na po nun. Yeah, yung presyo po masyado kumbaga hindi na siya responsive to the actual needs of the community, lalo na yung senior citizens po natin.
Thank you. May call a BIR. BIR would have that problem. Yes, sir.
Your Honor, as to the booklet, Your Honor, the BIR does not even, we don't,
You don't, you
don't
haven't,
look at the booklet, Your Honor, but they have a separate recording for the senior citizen.
so hindi nyo man lang, hindi ka pa nakakita ng booklet mo?
I've seen a booklet, Your Honor, but what we
Nung nanay mo?
yes, Your Honor, meron, Your Honor.
Pero dun sa opisina mo, wala.
Wala, Your Honor. Your Honor, ang titignan po ng bureau is the record of the discounts given. May separate na recording material po ang mga establishment. Kung sa may mga POS system, parang meron na pong automatic na nare-record ang senior citizen and PWD discounts given, Your Honor. Tapos upon audit, yun po ang pag-verify ng BAR po, Your Honor.
Is that numbered? The booklets?
The booklet given
It's
there
pre-numbered.
for the booklet of the
Yes.
considering, Your Honor, that the booklet is given by the LG, Your Honor, I am not sure of its numbering.
Is the booklet has that automatic what do you call that? Yung merong hindi, hindi, yung may nabobobo ako. Yung merong sa ilalim, carbon is carbonized. Ikaw ang nag-issue ng booklet, di ba?
Your Honor, wala pong carbon po yung ating mga booklets po.
So, pakawala ang booklet nyo?
We have numbered booklet po, Your Honor. But
May dala ka?
yes, Your Honor.
Patingin nga. So, sino gumagastos niyan? Is it even worth?
LG, Your Honor.
Is it even worth your while? O baka your booklet is more expensive than the discount?
Mr. Chair, you can actually buy it in Shopee. May counterfeit booklets.
Okay. So can you please submit? Thank you. Uy, si Bistek pa nandito. Hindi nga mapagalitan nito ninyo.
Mayor Lumana, Your Honor, Lumana po yung booklet na yan. We already po.
Alam mo ba kung kasing ko si Speaker Bold Belmonte? So, ibig sabihin, pamangking ko yung mayor mo. Uy, yung booklet pala pinipirmahan nung tindahan. Akala ko detachable.
Your Honor, for the senior citizen, they have two booklets, the grocery booklets and the medicine booklets. But for the persons with disability, we only have one booklet. Magkasama na po yung grocery and medicine. It's just for the senior
Bakit
po.
yung medicine may iba pa?
Your Honor, kasi mas madami po consumption ng medicine for the elderly. Kaya nakaseparate po
Subject din ba siya sa limits?
yung medicine, Your Honor, yes din po.
Anong limits niya?
Subject po for the senior citizen, Your Honor, I cannot speak on behalf of the senior citizen.
Oy, senior citizen, anong maximum niya? May maximum ba? Di ba bibili sila hanggat pwede sila mabuhay? Ililimit mo ba yan? Pag hindi kakamatay nila yun.
Wala pong limit ho ang medicine except for
So useless
prescribed.
yung isang booklet mo, ne?
Your Honor, kasi po, pag pinag-isa po yung booklet, masasayang po yung part po ng grocery, Your Honor, kasi mas nauubos po yung booklet ng medicine dahil sa dami po ng consumption. Ng medicine po
ng
for the
PIDAW.
elderly.
PIDAW ka, di ba?
Ang PIDAW po namin, Your Honor, isang booklet lang po.
Ikaw, ano ka? Senior citizen ka?
Persons with disability po, Your Honor.
Okay. Sir, I will recognize you, sir.
Thank you, Your
You're
Honor.
recognizing what?
Drugstores Association of the Philippines.
Okay,
po.
thank you, sir. Nice to hear from you.
Thank you po for inviting us. So, magsasalita lang po ako regarding sa booklet.
Hindi,
Po.
lahat. Sabihin mo na inanangkit mo.
Sige po. Salamat po kung ganun. So, una po muna yung booklet na pinag-uusapan natin. Siguro po, on my point of view, kung ibang establishment po, pwede po sigurong alisin yung purchase booklet. Pero when it comes to medicine po, ito po kasi yung basis namin kung ang senior citizen or PWD ay compliant sa kanilang binibiling gamot. Dahil ang booklet po goes hand in hand with the reseta. So kung ano po yung nakasulat sa reseta, dapat yung po yung mag-a-appear din sa booklet. Okay. Compliance po. Ibig sabihin po, umiinom ang senior citizen ng nakareseta. Okay? Pangalawa po, ito po yung basis namin ng control kung kailangan na po bang bumalik uli ang senior citizen sa doktor. Kasi pag hindi po natin ito na control, tuloy-tuloy pong bibili yung senior citizen, hindi na po niya kailangan yung gamot. Yun po ang katotohanan doon. Kaya po pagdating sa butika, hindi naman po sa hindi kami nagbibigay po kami. Gaya po ng sinabi ko nung nakaraan, ang DISA po composed of small and independent drugstores. Hindi po namin member ang Mercury. So pagdating po sa generic medicines, nagbibigay po kami. Pero pagdating po sa branded medicine, sinabi ko na rin po na hindi po namin kinakaya. Hindi po sa hindi kami nagbibigay. Hindi po namin kinakaya kasi hindi po kami nabibigyan ng malaking diskwento katulad ng Mercury. Hindi po naman papayag ang isang malaking kumpanya na kaming maliliit na butika, bibili ng isang kahon, ang Mercury, bibili ng 1,000 kahon of the same medicine with the same discount. Hindi po papayag ang kumpanyang yun. So ibig sabihin po, kaya ang Mercury nakakapagbigay dahil nakakapag-demand po sila ng malaking discount.
Kahit walang booklet. Mercury, are you here? Yes.
So, sir, may tanong ako. So, in other words, ginagamit niyo po yung booklet, chine-check ninyo kung sumusobra na ang pagbili ng gamot relative to the reseta. So halimbawa, ayon sa reseta, dapat 30 tablets lang ang binili. Pero ayon sa booklet, mukhang 60 tablets na ang nabili. Therefore, hindi na dapat bentahan subject to the discount. Parang gano'n ang sinasabi niyo po. At kayo nung maliliit na pharmacy, nakakaawa kasi unlike Mercury na nakakabili ng huge volumes, ay kayang-kaya nila na ma-absorb yung 20% discount. Yan po ang sinasabi ninyo.
Tama po.
So yun ang value ng booklet.
Tama po.
So, so in other words, so talagang Isa ninyo.
Yes, ma'am. Promise. Kasi ito lang po yung nagiging basis namin eh.
Alam mo,
Kung
totoo,
bibigyan
may
po ba namin?
pagkatotoo naman kasi lahat ng gamot ko nandito, Flumisil, si Forexine,
So ang kahera ninyo trained to do that.
Ventolin.
Yes, ma'am. Promise again.
So tinitignan nyo yung date, ganon.
Tama po.
Meron
Okay.
nga. Paano mo to? It looks so messy, but I don't know. Anyway,
So in other words, meron tayong kumbaga yung booklet para sa grocery.
tsaka kailangan yung picture ni Bistek eh.
Mr. Chair,
You might as well use it in Marikina.
No comment. Tanungin ko lang muna momentarily si Madam QC na nagbigay sa iyo nitong booklet na to.
Hindi po amin yan, Your Honor. Yung amin po yung merong logo.
Ay, okay.
Kasi Mayor Belmonte po ay anti-EPAL po kami, Your Honor. Wala po kami picture po ni Mayor Joy, Your Honor.
Ma'am,
Sabihin mo, pamangking ko yun, ha?
Yes, Your Honor.
Second cousin ko tatay niya.
ma'am, kinukuha niyo po ba mga booklets at ine-encode ninyo, ganyan? Paano ang pag-monitor?
Your Honor, kinukuha po namin once po na full na po para i-replace po sa kanila yung bagong booklet.
Okay. Kinukuha ninyo kapag puno na. Anong ginagawa po ninyo dun sa booklet? Nag-e-encode po ba kayo or what?
Hindi po, Your Honor.
Oh, yun ang
It's just the
sinasabi-
basis po
Okay. So,
para
yes,
po,
okay po.
para po may control din po kami dun sa release po ng booklet.
Okay,
Your
yan ang sinasabi ko po. Yung data na nandun sa booklet, baliwala, unfortunately. So far, ang nakikita ko pang use pa lang is dito sa maliit na drugstore. So far, Mr. Chair.
Okay.
Mr. Chair, may I make a suggestion?
Yes, Mila?
O, kasi yung booklet na yan talagang pahirap sa mga senior citizen at yung mga reseta na yan ay pahirap. Bakit hindi na lang ho ganito? Lalo na sa grocery, I don't see any logic na kailangan pa ang booklet meron na ngang certain discount, no? Dito sa drugstore, why don't we just make parang registry na kung frequent yung senior citizen na bumibili dyan, yan na lang kung ano yung mga binibili niya na para hindi nahingan ng booklet at saka prescription. Ngayon, kung antibiotics, yun, kailangan ng prescription. Pero kung yung mga maintenance niya na kinukuha na niya talaga na na monthly or weekly, wala na lang, i-register na lang ninyo para masabihan naman ng mga senior citizen na kung saan na lang silang drugstore bibili, doon na lang sila magpa-register. I think that would be easier for the senior citizen kaysa i-require ang booklet. Kasi kung walang booklet, hindi kayo magbibigay ng discount. Di ba?
Pasagutin ko muna din, Stella. Sir, DSAP, you are recognized.
Thank you, Mr.
May computer ka ba?
Okay. Again, ang DSAP po is composed of small and medium independent drugstores. Hindi po lahat naka-POS sa aming membro dahil hindi po nila
Sabi ko
kayang
na nga ba
bumayad. Okay? So, yung pong nire-request ni Congressman na magsaysay, pwede po namin gawin
After
na may
Stella.
logbook.
After Stella, you.
Yes, pagdating po sa sinasabi niyong nalimutan o kaya hindi kailangang dalhin ang purchase booklet. But Congressman, importante po sa aming makita yung reseta.
Hindi, sa umpisa, syempre may reseta na kailangan ng senior citizen yung mga ganyang gamot. Pero kung ano naman na, palagi nang binibili yon, huwag na ninyo hanapan ng reseta at nagbabayad naman ng senior citizen sa pagkuha ng reseta.
Congressman, ang reseta po ay may nakalagay po doon kung ilan lang po ang pupwede niyong bilhin. Pag sinabi po ng doktor, 100 lang po, syempre isa-serve lang po namin ng 100. Pero kung susobra naman po doon, hindi na po yun tama. Hindi po sinasabing hindi kami magbibigay. But we suggest the senior citizen to go back to the doctors. Pwede pong bawasan ng inyong doktor ang inyong gamot.
Yun siguro kung yung mga special na gamot. Pero yung maintenance nila monthly, kagaya ng losartan, amlodipine, metformin, ano na yun?
Puro ko gamot yun ah.
Yes po, Congressman. Pero ang sinasabi lang po namin dito, kung aalisin po natin ang resetas, assuming po na nakalista na yung inyong mga nandoon sa logbook namin, na ito po ang regular na binibili nyo. Ibig po ba niyong sabihin, kung ang isang senior citizen walang dalang reseta at bumibili ng wala do sa listahan niya, bibigyan po ba namin o hindi?
Kung
Okay,
wala
that's,
sa listahan niya, kailangan yung reseta.
Tama po.
Oh,
So,
pero yung
yun
mga
po yung,
palagi na niyang
yun po yung
binibili.
importansya ng reseta.
yung
Kasi pwede po
booklet,
kasi,
yung booklet niya.
booklet and reseta po, Congressman. So, ang sinasabi lang po namin dito, this could be abused already kapag wala na pong dalang reseta ang senior citizen. Bakit? Halimbawa po kay senior citizen, ang anak ko po ay 50 years old pero nagme-maintenance na rin. Pwede ko pong gawin yun eh. Bibili ako ng gamot, walang reseta, bibigyan dahil senior citizen. Ang iinom na po yung anak ko, hindi na po ako. Yun lang po ang aming iniingatan kasi sabi nga po namin, unang-una, hindi naman po kami ang nagpatupad noong purchase booklet. Pag gawa pa lang po ng batas ng senior citizen, nandyan na po yan na kailangan pong may kasamang senior citizen booklet. Hindi naman po kami.
Okay.
Doon sa mamomonitor naman ninyo kung nakaregister na eh. Let's say, yung Losartan,
Mahirap
30 days na monthly na gagamitin niya. O di makikita nyo kung bumili siya ng 60 o 50. Doon yung questionahan, di
Tama
ba?
po yun. Doable po yun, Congressman.
Yes.
Pero pagdating po doon sa puntong hindi na po talaga nagdadala ng reseta, kahit sabihin po namin na consumed na po yung nireseta ni Doktor base po sa aming listahan. Ay, ang tanong ko nga po sa inyo, kami po ba ay makakasuhan kung hindi namin bigyan ng gamot ang senior citizen? Pagdating po doon sa sinasabi naming, based on our record, it is consumed already. So you have to go back and get another prescription from the doctor.
Kung na-consume niya, i-require na ninyo kasi once a day lang naman yon, di 30 tablets a month. O kung hihigit doon na ninyo siya anuhin na kailangan ng reseta, di ba?
Tama po yun, Congressman. Ang tanong nga po
Pero
kasi,
hindi yung tuwing bili, hihingi kayo ng reseta.
May
Mabigat
I
yun.
stop Dano because you're just turning around and around? And just to help us break the Gorgonite, yes, Stella? I hope you break it. Baka naman yung make dagdag pa.
No. I have a suggestion. As
Okay.
a simple possible solution to this problem. Baka pwede na lang po nating markahan is yung reseta to try to do away with the booklet. Kasi anyway, ang seniors naman natin is hindi naman nila nalilimutan yung reseta. Di ba? Dinadala nila eh. You know, wherever I go, believe ako sa kanila eh. Dala nila yung reseta sa pocket nila wherever they go. So yung reseta ang pwedeng markahan. Di ba? So kung kung let's say partially filled lang yung reseta, 30 lang ang nabili out of the 60, markahan. Di ba? Na 30 lang, I mean, sa likod,
So we'll know it
30 lang ang nabili, di ba? So in which case, hindi na yung booklet kailangan kasi mamarkahan lang yung reseta.
Okay.
At i-require natin pa rin yung ID, of course, para siguradong senior talaga ang gagamit. And then kapag fully filled na yung prescription, tatakan, di ba, na tapos na po ang reseta na yan, hindi na yan pwedeng gamitin. Something to that effect.
Yes, Disa, pasensya ka na. Ha? Under the rules, doctor's prescription stating the name of the PWD, age, sex, address, date, generic name of the medicine, dosage form, dosage strength, quantity, signature over printed name physician, physician address, contact number physician, professional tax receipt and narcotic license number if applicable to safeguard the health PWD, prevent abuse. A doctor's prescription is required in the purchase of over-the-counter medicines. So you don't need a booklet. You can just use the prescription as suggested by ano. Anyway, you're recognized.
Okay.
Suggestion lang yan,
Thank you.
sir.
Pareho lang po kami ng suggestion ni Congresswoman Kimbo. Kasi meron akong experience, pumunta ako sa drugstore, nakalagay kung ilang quantity. So wala po akong pera, ang manabili ko lang, let's say 21 yung reseta, ang pera ko ay pang 1 week lang, 7. So nakalagay po sa reseta, doon saan mismo, kung ilan na yung nabili. Siguro po, mas maganda ganun ang gawin natin.
Okay, thank you.
I have another suggestion, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, you're recognized.
Anyway, sa Amerika naman po talaga may database yan eh. May sticker pa nga ako nilalagay doon sa bote. Na-intrigue lang po ako doon sa sabi ng maliit at saka malaking drugstore. Now, there is an association, sabi nyo, ng mga maliliit, di ba po? Kung makakabili po kayo, kayong lahat na maliliit ng volume, therefore, you can also, hindi po ba, makaka-avail ng discount? Kasi yung sinasabi nyo po sa amin kanina, nahihirapan po kayo magpatupad ng 20% because maliit po kayong drugstore. Pero kung magsama-sama po yung maliit, di ba makakuha po kayo ng volume?
Yes, you can answer that. Yes, short.
Thank you, sir, for the question. Ano po? Una,
Pang-
DISA po
pang-
is a non-profit organization. So, ang aming pong miyembro is scattered all over the Philippines. So kung yung isinasuggest po ni sir, ni congressman, matagal na po namin yung pinalano, pero hindi po mag-push through kasi nga po, hindi namin alam kung sino yung isang kumpanya na kukuhanin ang lahat ng aming orders at ibibigay sa different areas of the Philippines.
Okay.
So yun po ang sagot ko. Maganda po yan, matagal na po namin na plano yan, pero hindi po namin
Okay,
ginawa.
para matapos ko na.
So, hindi po kayo makaka-comply doon sa 20%. Yung po ang sinasabi ninyo kung full implementation po ito.
Pwede po ba ako sumagot, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sabi ko nga po, Congressman kanina, when it comes to generic medicines, we can comply with the law.
Generic.
But when it
Okay.
comes to branded medicines, sorry po, again, itinatapon na lang namin o tinuturo na lang po namin sa Mercury.
Thank you. FDA? Is FDA around? FDA is not around. May I just ask a question from NTRC? Do you have any estimates of how much the society is giving to senior citizens and to from all this discount? Is there an econometric model? Since the BIR does not seem to have
Mr.
the
Chair, Your Honor, in the absence of data on the actual
purchases, yes.
purchases of senior citizens and PWDs, I think we still don't have we don't have estimates on the
But ako kasi I use the FIES, their consumption, and then computed their discount. So there is a rational way of
actual
estimating.
amount of discounts claimed by the business establishments.
As the Director General of NTRC, the Philippines is the only one using the society to make benefits to special sectors like PWDs and senior citizens. Other countries, richer ones, they use the budget to provide support and assistance. Here, we're trying to spread either by a little bit higher prices. Our estimate is 0.8% additional inflation on all these items. But it is the society, the rest of society that pays for the benefits. The benefit for him partly comes from me. So in short, sir, do you suggest this way as an NTRC Director General as a matter of national policy?
Sir, first, to clarify, I'm not the Director General of the NTRC.
You
And
know,
I will coordinate with our tax statistics staff to estimate the
this is
actual
an implicit tax on
the
businesses.
revenue loss on the grant of discounts or the claim of tax deduction by the business
Yung claims
establishment.
and tax discount is only 18.7 billion. But the worth of goods that are given because of the discounts and chargeable to higher inflation on the other items for the rest of society, my estimate is 137. Stella thinks it must be higher. So the issue here, the national policy is, would you rather have a big budget in the GAA and give to all these senior citizen and PWD some money every year so they can pay for it instead of burdening this up or, yes, precisely, or increase the universal. You want to increase the universal social pension and then no more discount.
So on that matter, Sir, we will consult with the DOF on that aspect because
Wag na
that's
nga,
a
wala pa-
policy question. I cannot commit what the office will do, especially on matters of policy.
It's
Thank you.
okay. It's okay, sir. I thought that I could get
No,
on
Mr.
some.
Chair.
Yes.
That's a very important question that
I-
you're asking, Mr. Chair. So, please pursue that question. Kasi right now, yun na nga, di ba? There are two things that we're doing. So, bitin-bitin ang social pension ngayon, di ba? Para sa seniors. Hindi covered lahat at 1,000 pesos. Tapos, hirap pa to implement. But we're giving generous discounts. However, hirap na hirap tayo to implement. So, parang, kumbaga, limited implementation, di ba? Versus another possible way to take care of our seniors, which is, ano kaya, mag-universal coverage na lang tayo ng social pension. Lahat ng seniors, i-cover natin, matik, pagdating ng 60 years old. Wala nang tanong-tanong, kahit sino ka pa, basta 60 years old, covered ka. Tapos, at 1,000 pesos. Pero, walang discounts, di ba? That's another way to, yun ang tanong ni Chair Joey, di ba? So,
You will answer that. You're the economist.
we can, di ba? But we need them, di ba, to compute. Yun ang tanong. Yung FICE kasi, understated kasi nga yung consumption. So we need your help, di ba, to help us figure this out. Kasi,
Ano ka na ba ngayon?
yun ang
We
tanong.
will consult and consult our principals, especially on that important policy question on whether to give discounts or give subsidy through the budget. That's a very important policy question which I cannot at the moment commit on which one will be taken. So we yield to the wisdom of this committee and to the Congress on that matter.
Okay.
Thank you.
I have to finish. Okay. It is the ruling of the chair that parking is subject to discount. Under Republic Act 4983, June 1967, granted famous War Veterans Corporation a franchise to build parking spaces, considering it is a public service, part of transport, subject to regulation by then Public Service Commission. And therefore, the rates before are now, the new Public Service Commission is obviously LTFRB. So if you're given discounts in a public bus, you should be given discounts in a parking space. Because that is the law, and the law has not yet been amended. So anyway, that is the ruling. So you write it. So the NTRC will not answer. BIR, kikita ko yung mukha ng amo mo kahit doon sa sa Bicol International Airport about senior citizen discount for proper computation of discount granted to senior. When was the last time you gave a seminar? BIR.
Seminar, Your Honor.
To industry association, industry groups, to PCCI.
I'm not sure, Your Honor. May I?
We are mandated to give
Yes, Your Honor. The BAR
the proper
has a,
computation, the 1 divided by 1.2.
yes, Your Honor.
times
I
by-
have an illustration ready, Your Honor.
Is it possible to have a software application for senior citizen and PWDs for purposes of monitoring of database and registration? Is the ICT around?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
You
Your
are here? Sir, you are recognized.
Yes, sir.
What's your name?
I'm Ricky Hernandez from the DICT.
So you have a software application for senior citizen and PWDs?
As of now, we don't have a software for senior citizen, but we support the initiative to have.
Babasahin mo pa ba? Okay. Section 5. Castro. I may recognize the wife of my good friend Fred. Are you the wife? O adi,
Think so, yeah, oo. Sorry
Friend.
po, kasi may inatinan akong committee on Visayas Development. Thank you.
Okay, sige, thank you. Under Section 5 RA 994, at least 50% discount shall be granted to the consumption of electricity, water, and telephone by the Senior Citizen Center and residential cafe group homes that are government run or non-stock, non-profit domestic corporation organized and operated primarily for the purpose of promoting. Hindi, okay lang. So wala naman sasagot dito. So the TWG is hereby commanded to see whether Section 5 of RA 994 kalkalan blues na. Meron ka ba, Oscar? NCSC? So there's no budget for any capacity building of our OSCAs, no?
Sir, we're including them in our budget.
Pag Christmas
Leadership-
party, meron sila. Pag Valentine's, meron sila.
We have leadership series, seminar series for them, sir.
How much is your budget?
We just included that DSWD from the ATOP or the assistance to older persons. They put
Assistance to older persons.
yes, sir.
Nice.
That includes
How much?
for this year's 3.3 million.
Million?
3.3
Billion?
million.
Million?
Yes, sir.
Pati opisina nyo lang yun?
That would include trainings for technical assistance for OSCA, FISCAP, SEOs, and the Elderly Filipino Week celebration.
Or Danis, ikaw na nga nitong next question to the... Nalilito na rin ako eh.
To NCSC. Would a centralized system for issuing senior citizens and PWD IDs effectively reduce the proliferation of fake IDs?
The LG?
My apologies, sir.
Ikaw?
Proliferation of fake IDs.
Siguro sa kanila hindi importante. Sa PDAW ang
Hindi.
importante. Ano lumabas? Puro sakit sa mata?
Actually,
Your Honor, yung database pa namin sa visual disability around 4,000, and that's 8% of our total
So
registry.
konti lang. So, psychosocial. Yung mga iniwanan ng asawa.
Yes, Your Honor, kasama po sila.
Sabi ko na nga po yan.
Your Honor, the psychosocial disability and the mental disability comprise 24% of our total 62,000.
What's the highest?
Physical pa rin po, Your Honor. Physical disability po.
What is the physical disability?
Both apparent and non-apparent, Your Honor, we have a total of 23,786.
How much?
38%, Your Honor. Yes po. Followed by psychosocial disability, that is 11,703 or 19%. Yung mental disability, Your Honor, that is around 5,107. That's
Okay na.
5%.
Okay, please. Para we can finish before lunch.
okay, last question to. How can senior citizens avail the exemptions from training fees conducted by private and government agencies, as is stated in Article 2, Section 1 of RA 9994?
Ang dami natin ba?
What is the process based on the guidelines? When we call on DTI,
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, for the 20% discount, we refer to the OSCA, Mr. Chair.
Non-responsive yun.
training fees. yun?
Sa DOLE na lang. Is DOLE around?
Dole. Pero ba-
Yes,
Good morning,
ma'am.
Mr. Chair. May I ask to repeat the question po?
Repeat the question.
Ito na lang.
Ikaw na.
No. Tapos na ako, boss.
Hindi ka pa tapos. Hindi ka naman sinagot eh.
Sorry po,
Repeat the
Mr. Chair.
question.
How can senior citizens
Avail.
avail the exemptions from training fees conducted by private and government agencies as stated in Article 2, Section 1 of Republic Act 9994? What is the process based on the guidelines?
Hi, Mr. Chair. May I call my colleague from PRC, Mr. Chair, to
By
answer the
Zoom?
question? From PRC po.
Oh,
They're
PRC.
here po.
Maybe call on the representative
Oh, PRC.
of PRC.
Good morning po. As to the CPD units po from PRC po, instead of the 15 required na units po, for senior citizens and PWDs, 10 units na lang po siya. Yun po yung parang pwedeng ma-avail po sa PRC.
Okay, thank you.
So, kung gusto niyang maging, saan niya gagamitin yung units?
Ano sir, for the purposes of renewal of license, PRC license.
License to
PRC ID po. Professional PRC ID po.
for senior citizen? For PDAW? For what?
Those professionals po na availing for renewal of PRC IDs po,
Oh, so on above 60, you can practice profession.
yes po.
So, kahit doktor, ganun na yun.
Yes po, sir. So instead of the 15 units na required, 10 units na lang po.
Ano yun, yung continuing education ba yan?
Yes po, sir.
All right. So, but what about the non-professions? Yung mga TESDA, ganyan. Is TESDA around?
Wala po.
Oh, TESDA, you better call them sa TWG. Okay, Stella.
Mr. Chair, may we request data from all the establishments that you called? Ano lang po, lang namin kung ano ang parang coping mechanism ng bawat isa. So ano yung pricing strategy ng bawat establishment para mabawi ninyo yung senior citizen discount? At iba-iba yan sa bawat establishment eh. Kasi depende yon kung iba-ibang produkto ninyo, paano yung cross-subsidization ninyo, iba-iba yan. So gusto namin mapag-aralan yon para maintindihan itong 0.8% inflation at saka para din matulungan namin yung NTRC sa pag-analyze nitong 0.8% inflation. So yun. At saka number 2, in the last 5 years, isubmit niyo yung income statement niyo sa amin, pero dun sa expenses, i-detail po ninyo yung total amount of senior citizen discounts para makita po namin. Kasi di ba ang pagkakaintindi namin, you treat it as an expense. Para makita po namin kung magkano dun sa total expense ninyo itong senior citizen discounts. So
Thank you.
if they can submit, lahat po ng establishments po na cover po dito sa hearing namin, isubmit po ninyo sa committee.
Thank you.
Thank you po.
Usually I don't waste your time, but Starbucks is here. Let me thank you for the announcement. Yes, you are recognized.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman.
Happily recognized.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Good morning to the members of the committee. On behalf of Starbucks, we thank you for this invitation to serve as your resource speaker today. Yes, sir.
That's all. Will you repeat it again for Valentine's?
We'll see, Mr. Chairman.
Ano?
We will see, Mr. Chairman.
Pero alam mo yung Goldilocks dun sa sa airport, hindi ako binigyan ng discount. Philippine Retailers Association. Of course, I have to give you your due time. They're my friends.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm Bobby Claudio, the president of the Philippine Retailers Association now. Thank you for this opportunity. I guess I'm speaking as an industry. Kasi lahat naman tayo are all merchants, whether you're retailers, manufacturers, distributors. So the issue, I think, what's well represented today are the senior citizen entities that are concerned with the welfare of senior citizens. Ako naman siguro, I'd like to it will be a short change of me not to be able to defend and give the pointers of what the merchants are suffering. Yes, from way back where we have 994 and even the preceding senior citizens, we have always felt that this was a government project and that the government was going to help in the funding or the incentives. So we felt in the industry that by giving the senior citizen, however way you want to define it, in whatever way you want to give it, okay kami. Pero kala namin, this was going to be deducted as a tax credit from us so that we can be really generous in giving and not make any limitation to senior citizens benefit. But in the end, naging ano na pala siya, parang regalo ng merchants ito to the with the government dictating how it's supposed to be distributed. So Congressman Kimbo mentioned ano ba ang strategy ninyo? So the whole industry just adopted one strategy, price increase. Yun lang doon lang namin mababawi. There are merchants, there are business operation that are hardly making 20% margin, hindi pa profit margin. So kung ibibigay na yun sa senior citizen, wala na silang tutubuin or they continue their downward spiral. And similarly, also, the business that are having difficulty, na-mention na dito yung mga maliliit na drugstores, no? Because they're small, they can hardly extend the 20%. Yung malalaki kaya. So this has created an unlevel playing field in the business. And the price increase effect did not take into account anymore kung whether the price increase will be for the class, for the income group A, B, or C and D. Wala na, basta across the board price increase. And what we felt, what we have seen in the industry, this has contributed to inflation. Kasi kahit na yung mga merchants na nahirapan and they cannot determine how many senior citizens will avail of their service, talagang tinaas na nila ang presyo whether senior citizen or not. So this has also been discriminatory to our middle class group. Kasi kahit na ba kaya nila maka-afford pero tinaasan ng presyo ng most businesses, this has contributed to the So I feel remiss if I don't share the sentiments of the merchants in this discussion today. And we are more than willing to fulfill in whatever mandate this committee creates and how it's going to be done. It's just I feel that I'll be remiss if I don't air the interests of the merchants in this discussion. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Tobis. And I promise you, once the Senate is finished, goods over digital, which we originally filed. Actually, in Asia, we were the first to file the digital VAT law, except that the Senate is taking them 6 years. So to give you a fighting chance against Lazada and Shopee. So I think that will bawi-bawi na ako doon. Total, hindi naman ako ang nagsulat ng anong to, but I'm here as an oversight. Actually, the speaker wanted to come here, but sabi ko, wag muna. So now may call on my classmate, Stephen Kua. Hindi na ako binabati nito sa group chat.
With due respect to all the senior citizens of this country, Mr. Chair and honorable congressmen and congresswomen, what we are giving out here is a privilege. I mean, for the many years, they've probably contributed to paying taxes and building the economy, and which, of course, we all agree. But again, from 2010, our position paper in the supermarket industry was sana nga may database. Because it's so easy to get a senior citizen card. If you know 14 barangay chairman, you can get 14 cards and put different faces and use it anywhere. Okay, number one. Number two, I think the intent of the law was for the low income senior citizens, no? And then nasabi nga ni Bobby na it was open to all across the board, no? So that's why you see people in 5-star resorts and hotels using their cards, no? Incessantly. We also said that sana yung database third party na lang, no, ang gumawa, no, para fair. And at the same time, sana every year may way of registering kasi minsan wala na si lolo't lola, ginagamit pa rin yung card, no? Maraming ganong nangyayaring ganyan, di ba? Now we say kawawa naman, senior citizen na pinahirapan pa. But you know, it's a privilege they're getting. So it's a little once a year lang, no? That's a little something that you get. In Quezon City, if you reach 100 years old, they will go to your house and check if the old person, the centenarian, is alive and kicking, di ba? And then not just give it freely, no, di ba? Or there's an interview, no, to find out. Now, for senior citizens, very simple lang siguro, just to show yourself, kahit Zoom lang siguro, no? Of course, may picture based. Dapat yung database may picture din sana. Kung masyadong malayo na, masyadong tumanda, medyo mahalata rin, di ba? Oo.
So
Now,
digital na lang.
sorry?
Digital
Hindi,
uploading.
kahit digital lang, no?
Just
Yearly,
like-
yearly. Suggestion ko lang. Now, going to the
Just like
booklet.
Angkas.
Now, yes,
Just
just
like
like Angkas,
Grab.
that's correct. And online, when you buy online. that's
One
the other thing.
time. Gawin mo
Pwede
naman
one
3
time.
years.
Pwede naman.
So, no more booklet.
No. I'm going to the booklet now. The booklet was placed as a safeguard, no? A safeguard. If I were a player in the industry, yung kalaban ko kumuha, nag-hire ng napakaraming senior citizens para mamili doon sa isa kalaban, di ba? It'll do harm, it'll do you in, no? Lalo na for smaller stores. Let's say in an area, in a province, 3 lang kayo naglalaban, halimbawa, di ba? O sige, mag-employ all the senior citizens in this town, all the towns, all the barangays, di ba? Doon kayo mamili doon sa isang tindahan lang para bumagsak siya, para hindi na niya mahirapan siya kasi because hindi tax deductible po, di ba? Now we're saying do away with the minimum, the booklet and the minimum. Probably will agree kapag tax deductible po. Only, di ba? Only. Kaya lang kayo po magkakaproblema, Mr. Chair. Ways and means tayo, di ba?
Yung input VAT lang naman ang issue. Pero yung tax deductible naman na.
Okay.
The discounts are tax deductible.
Yeah, maybe.
Mr. Chair, clarification lang. The discounts are tax deductible for merchants?
Because it's not part of your sales.
No, hindi. Yun na nga ang main concern ng mga merchant. There is
Oy,
nothing in
BIR,
any,
asan ka?
there's nothing in any of the senior citizens bill that clarifies that portion na, oy, pwede nyo i-deduct yan sa VAT nyo or
No. Sa
sales
VAT,
tax, not on the VAT,
definitely.
yeah. Sorry.
Yung input VAT
Oo.
definitely is not
Oo.
being allowed as a direct charge to the out.
So
VAT.
even the issue of whether you can deduct all senior citizen sales from your sales declaration, ganun po ba yun?
Ano?
Can we get a clarification from BIR? Because that's a very, very important feature of that bill. Then most merchants hindi na magrereklamo. Kung meron naman pala silang tax credit yan in terms of excluding the discount from the sales declaration of all restaurants, supermarkets. Parang wala ho yan sa bill.
Nandito.
Thank you.
Ibig sabihin, paano mo isasabi kung binenta ko sa iyo to 10 pesos, binenta mo sa kanya 8, wala namang sasabihin mo, iba, bibisang kita sa gist dito. Di ba? Ikaw, Jollibee. Of course, you did not receive the revenues and therefore it's not taxable. The big problem there is that under the new law, the input VAT was not allowed to be a direct charge to output VAT. Where's BIR? Come here, baby.
Your Honor.
May sinasabi si Toby, kaya hindi na ako bibili dyan sa Mega Mall. Karap pa man din ang bahay ko. Ano ba ang treatment mo doon sa discount?
Your
Kasi
Honor,
hindi naman niya na-receive yung revenue, di ba?
yes, Your Honor. The discount, the 20% discount and the VAT
Yes.
exemption, Your Honor, it will be deducted as an expense, Your Honor.
Oh. O anong problema doon? Baka ibang country kayong dalawa, ha?
Your Honor, parang wala sa ano, we reviewed it time and again, and in fact, just less than 10 days ago, the National Price Coordinating Council with the Secretary, DTI Secretary, nobody in the whole room was aware. Kasi nga, everybody's having it so good, but we're having it so bad.
Anyway, we will have a TWG to clarify these things. We will drill it down to to the lowest common denominator.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Anyway, I would like to thank everyone for a very constructive discussion. We will send a signal to all parking space that senior citizen PWDs are a public utility, and therefore under the definition of the law, they deserve a 20% discount. So is there any motion?
I move to adjourn, Mr. Chair.
Yes, Mrs.
Second.
Fredinil Castro. Is there seconded? Are there any objections? Hearing none. Maraming salamat po. We were expecting the speaker to come actually. So sana nakita niya, and he would have loved to join the discussions actually. Thank you very much. This meeting of the Committee on Ways and Means is hereby adjourned.
The meeting is hereby adjourned for the Committee on Senior Citizens.
The meeting is hereby adjourned for the Special Committee on Persons with Disabilities.
Thank you very much to everyone. Wala ka namang pera.